Okay, I think I'm live. Uno momento. Oh, what are you doing? Sorry, Vishnu is... So, real quick, let me make sure I can see chat. As usual, there's low tech, and then below that there's no tech, and then slightly below that is whatever this is. So, okay, first and foremost, I must ask you something. How is my volume? Put a 1 in the chat if the volume's okay. Put a 2 in the chat if there's a problem, and then indicate what said problem is. And hold on, I am not seeing any chat. So let me try this again. Okay, why is the chat going away? Okay, everybody says 1. Okay, so hello Blondie, hello Anola. Let's see. Hello Wooly, hello Essence, hello Frosty, hello Leanie, Salt and Sass, good to see you. Seafood Pie, Habitual Line, good to see you. Five Flames, good to see you. Yarn Enthusiast, as usual. Jules, Nirvana is here. Princess Alyssa, thank you. Your modding is appreciated. Deb W, good to see you. So I'm going to pull this off because it makes my nose run. So the volume and audio sounds okay. That's good. Okay, hold on. I have my ear right here because everybody fucking cares. Sorry, I'm swearing. I get water behind it. I get ear infections and stuff, and it's like, do you ever have that, like where you're talking and it sounds like a timpani's going in there, where like when you're talking it's like you can hear yourself but everything sounds like it's like buzzing because you've got water behind your eardrum? Anybody else have that problem? 1, if you have that problem. 2, if it's like, Grebo, you need to stop day drinking. Nobody has this problem but you, weirdo. But yeah, let me see if I can make sure my chat's caught up. Yeah, oranges, hello, oranges, porges. Yeah, it's like I get fluid behind it. Yeah, exactly, Salt and Sass. And it's like, my younger brother had like tubes and all that stuff. I was the older one. It was like, you know, if I got hurt, they just told you to rub dirt on it and walk it off, you know, pretty much, unless you were dying, you weren't going to a doctor. So you are oranges, porges, yourself. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's like, and I didn't know, this is totally off topic. Oh, so right now you guys probably can't hear it, but hold on. Hold on. We have Kitty NASCAR. Just watch. They know I'm not paying attention to them, and they can hear me talking, obviously. So while we've been talking, it's been, so let's see if, now that I've got the camera on them, they're probably just going to stop, but I'm telling you. Okay, we'll just have this conversation for a few minutes, and if they, because like I said, as soon as I turn the camera on, they always stop. Standard protocol for these cats. But the second I don't have a camera, you know, or, you know, I'm not paying attention, they're hilarious. So, let me see if I can get this ear to pop. Okay, so let me make sure I said hi to everybody. I think I said hi to everybody that's here so far. What I think I'm gonna do is, while everybody chats amongst themselves, is I haven't watched the last couple videos of Foodles. I think she did some kind of penny pasta mukbang vlog. And then, so I figure we can watch that, but we might more listen to it than watch it, just because we've all seen her eat on camera. We've all seen her take huge bites. We've all seen her licking her fingers and getting sauce everywhere. And so, you know, and that, we'll see. And so I figure if I get, if we can listen to it, and that way I can work on Welcome to My Life, Kitty NASCAR. Yeah, her eating habits are actually gross. Hey, Minka, good to see you. If there's anybody I didn't say hello to, I do apologize. But yeah, so I'll leave this like this for a minute because I don't know what it is. The second I stop paying attention to them, they're like, notice me, notice me. I can't remember if I let you guys know in my vlogs, but I can now pick up Morgoth. Not for long and not often, but, and it's often, not often, often. It's like castle. You don't say castle. You don't say Bristol. You know, you don't say wrestle. Wrestle, castle, bristle. Often. So, but I'm figuring if we more listen to her latest vlog, and then maybe we'll dive into her latest live, I can work on something. Everybody get out their crafts. Everybody break out their fake diet sodas, because with the cost of groceries lately, who can afford real Diet Pepsi? Am I right? All right, let me look at chat real quick, and then I'll get everything set up. You know, I normally take notes, but I don't have a ton of notes. And the reason I don't have a ton of notes is because realistically, it's just the same old with Chantal. She doesn't attack the criticism of her. She attacks the person. Lots of ad hominem attacks. She can't keep her lies straight. Yes, we see you. In one of her more recent videos, she was sitting there, somebody was asking her a question. They were asking her questions about stories she used to tell about herself in her old videos, because as we all know, she's talking to her audience like there isn't this plethora of videos out there from 7-8 years ago of her making an absolute buffoon of herself and just telling outlandish and gross stories. But somebody had asked her something about one of her past stories. She's like, oh, let me remember what I said. That right there. I say this all the time. That's the beauty of telling the truth. You don't need to remember anything. The truth is always the truth. So you don't have to stop and think about what you said. You simply regurgitate the truth. Chantal cannot do that because she doesn't tell the truth. She's been caught time and time again, and she wants to focus on the fact that, oh, these weirdos, all these, brain dead amoebas are focusing on my life and they're like stalkers. And it's like, no, not really. It's fun to try to piece together the truth versus the continual lies that you put out there. And she's like, why do people care? Where do I go? Why do people care what I eat? Well, you've said that you're a foodie beauty, and so you're a mukbang channel. People are going to care about what you eat. And then you try to rebrand yourself as a travel channel. Well, people are going to care about you traveling. And then you try to rebrand yourself as a married Canadian in Kuwait, and the cultural differences and a new convert to Islam. Well, that would mean people are there to watch and learn. But if you've lied about being married, you've lied about being a resident in Kuwait, and you're lying about your visa status, doesn't exactly make you the most credible source of information. That's partly the reason a lot of people care. Are there people that make just absolutely vile comments about her in her comments section? Yes. I occasionally get really just disgusting comments, or people just saying out of pocket things. Welcome to the internet, Cupcake. And so, yeah. So that, that's how it is. But I in general stay out of the girl world drama and stuff. I'm going to tilt this way a little bit. I'm on a roll, and then I'll check. Yeah, foodie is a lost cause. I agree. But since what went down with Yo Mama, which I don't watch, I have probably seen a total of 30 seconds of footage of him. Like, I don't like him. I don't like his voice. I don't like his style. He's just, I find him just reprehensible. So I don't really watch him. So, you know, apparently he's gone for right now. But the way Chantal always says, oh, somebody emailed me screenshots, or somebody emailed me a link, or, oh, I found this information out from Yo Mama's channel. That's a lie, you know, because now that Yo Mama's channel's gone, she's like, oh, somebody emailed me this, and somebody sent me a DM of this, that, and the other. We all know that's a lie. It's as Chantal can repeat the things that are said about her on the bigger reaction channels almost verbatim, you know, and she's even using the lingo that we use in Girl World in her own everyday you know, conversations. It's because she's watching reaction channels. The second she gets up till the second she goes to bed at night, she is searching the farms and she is watching every single thing that she can about herself. I never tag Foodie Beauty, but I'm a 99.9% sure that she watches me on some regular basis because she knows I talk about her occasionally. And I know that when, you know, occasionally I'll do a parody video and tag her, I know she's watching it because that's what she does. Hold on. Hey, it's good to see you, Blue Daisy. Here you are. Welcome, welcome. Is there anybody I missed? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just, you know me, I just dive in and start talking. Yeah, she really is annoying. And I will say this, like, I love what Chantal's doing for her channel lately is her vlogs are not even cracking the 10,000 mark at this point. And her lives even, you know, the numbers are ratcheting down. The sanctimonious, pious, holier than thou act, other than the people that are just, I think the only people that are left are the people that are probably just really horrible, maladapted humans themselves. Exactly, Teardrop. You know, and birds of a feather, water seeks its own level. So she's got those people. I do think she has some trolls in there that are trying to get in good with her, you know what I mean, to kind of egg her on. So there's some of those. And then, you know, occasionally new people just happen in. And if they don't know her history, you know, they think, oh, here's this overweight, middle-aged train wreck that's trying to better herself, or she's a new convert or whatever, you know, and they fall into it for a second. Those are the people that watch her. But, you know, overall, I think she went live today and she was only sitting at about 500 viewers total, and it's, you know, the same characters chatting in there. So there's just not a lot of variety. What's the point in trying to have a conversation with her? It's an echo chamber. You know, and all lives with the creator on some level, you know, it's like if somebody comes in here and they're polar opposite and they come in here and they're just really trying to defend Chantal, in general, I kind of don't want to hear it unless you come with some really good logic. Like, why are you defending this person, this disingenuous, terrible human being? Like, she has shown herself for years to be gluttonous, lazy, you know, angry, greedy, envious, just, you know, all the things that people shouldn't be. But if you come and you have some real good defense on why we should give Chantal a break, please do let me know. I'm not going to take it personal and I'm not going to block you. Though I will say the people that want to come in and say, well, mental illness. Okay, hey, I don't think Chantal is mentally ill. I don't think she is, you know, got some disease process in her brain. I think she's maladapted. I think we might be working with the B cluster personality, but you know, personality disorders aren't actually mental illness. It just means you're maladaptive. And number two, even if she was mentally ill, mental illness is never your fault, but it is always your responsibility. And I will say the same thing for an addict. I think Chantal is an addict, like as far as food, but I also think Chantal is very hedonistic. But you know, food addiction, I think she's just addicted. Like she wants what she wants and she wants it right now. If she can't get food, the next thing she's gonna do is weed. And if she can't get weed, the next thing she's gonna do is, you know, behave in an outlandish way or some kind of emotional outburst. Why? Because addicts, at their core, you know, like drug addicts, drugs are just the symptom of the disease of addiction. The root of addiction is your inability to get over yourself. You know, addicts want what they want it right now. And you know, for like drug addicts, most of the time you'll find is what they want is they want to get high, and that's because they want to change how they feel right now. And, you know, that's kind of how Chantal is with food. She wants to change how she feels. She doesn't like how she feels. She wants the food, and she gets the food, and then, you know, it changes how she feels. She's happy. Well, and if she can't get the food, then she's going to go for an emotional outburst, because that's a good way to change the situation up real quickly. If she can't get an emotional outburst or food, she's going to get baked, if that's a possibility, because that once again is going to change how she feels. Chantal is fundamentally uncomfortable with who she is as a human being. My opinion, I'm not a licensed therapist, but I like to pretend I'm one on YouTube occasionally, is I think Chantal was always a willful, fairly unpleasant, self-centered person from the time she was very young. I think she was intelligent enough to figure out how to get her way with her family. And she said time and time again that her mom, Smee, you know, is kind of a pushover. Her family overall are not confrontational people. So Chantal learned how to take advantage of them by pushing back and demanding. So they gave her what she wanted. They called her cutie. You know, nobody pushed back. Nobody called her on her BS. And, you know, as she got older, she really did start to think she was the smartest cat in the room, because even when she was bullshitting and lying, rather than call her on it and say, I see what you're doing, they just allowed it to happen. So in her mind, she really thought she was getting away with something, and then they keep enabling her. You know, it's like, oh, Mom, I don't like college. After 2 weeks, they, you know, drop what they're doing and go get her. She's a 41-year-old woman, and Mom's still giving her $5 to do the dishes and making baskets on every holiday and giving her money. You know, she's just not been forced to grow up or participate. When she was at the villa, that place was an absolute shithole, and Mommy and Auntie came in and cleaned it for her on more than one occasion. Like, she has just been enabled to be the worst version of herself. And then she got to the point where she was making you know, several thousands of dollars on YouTube, which just pushed her further into this irresponsible, lazy, emotional train wreck behavior, you know, because nobody called her on it. Nobody said, you know what, this is bullshit. Dig yourself out of this own hole, out of this hole you've dug for yourself, and walked away. So I think we're seeing a cumulative effect of a willful, selfish child, a family that never pushed back. She has surrounded herself only with people that co-sign her bullshit. You know, she's pushed anybody away that pushes back or doesn't fit her narrative, whatever. She doesn't have any friends except for Pete, who on his own is also a lazy, useless individual. Just my opinion. And she doesn't have any friends. Nobody wants anything to do with her. And now, out of spite, she's in this fake relationship with somebody because he's trying to get to the Western world. You know, and it's an unhealthy train wreck of a situation, a train wreck of a dumpster fire. and here we sit. But I have no sympathy for Chantal. And it sounds terrible to say, but I honestly think that she is a lost cause as far as she is completely unwilling to change. She is completely unwilling to be uncomfortable. You know, anytime somebody even tugs her covers a little bit, she completely loses her shit. And she's now created this little bubble world for herself where she doesn't have to be responsible and accountable. You know, and everybody says, oh, Salad takes her money. No, I think what it is they have an arrangement where, because she knows she's irresponsible with the money, so I think they have a business arrangement, a fake marriage of convenience. You can't tell me for a minute that they're actually married, where he takes the money and he doles it out to her so that there's money left to pay off her bankruptcy. I think in this latest one, she was even talking about the only thing that could keep her from sponsoring somebody in Canada would be a bankruptcy. Why is somebody that's not interested in that, why would you even know that? Anyway, okay, I've just gone off on a tangent. Let me check chat. We can start up a video. I think the kitties are done, so hold on. Let me look at chat. Sorry, guys, I'm on a roll. Okay. Hey, Stackish, welcome, welcome. Yeah, and so, you know what, Stackish, if you're a responsible adult and your mom's thing is like, I just want to give you gifts, I'm not talking about that. That is fine. I'm talking about the infantilization of Chantal, where like baskets of money, like she's a 16-year-old girl. There really is two different things, you know, and you know, it's not that that Chantal's deserving or it's love or something. I think Chantal expects those things from her mother. Like, she just takes it for granted that these things are going to be given to her. And if you think about it, how much effort has she ever put out on anybody else's Christmas, birthday, anything? Like, no. It's always about her. Don't you know who I am? Chantal wants what she wants, and she wants it right now, you know? Let's see. But yeah, Stackish, I think that's awesome. And I am sorry about your mom. That does. Hey, Garden Lady, good to see you. Yeah, she acts like an entitled 6 or 7 year old. So don't get it twisted. If you have a tight relationship with a parent, like a mom or a dad, and you guys are giving gifts and stuff, you know, and there's some kind of reciprocity, or, you know, your mom just really wants to let you know, I love you. That is not what I'm talking about. I think everybody knows when it comes to Chantal that, you know, does Chantal even know what her mom's birthday is? Can you imagine at the age of 40 years old, in your 41st year of life, your mom having to leave you $5 when you're crashing at her home, and she's had to put up a strict no filming guidelines because you have done nothing but drag your family into the spotlight and cause them issue after issue? I cannot even imagine. She's But I don't feel bad for Smee. I don't feel bad for her family. They enabled this. They didn't call bullshit. And now the monster they have created is bigger than they are. They don't have a way to shut it down, nor do they have the backbone. And I'm a firm believer. We've seen Chantal do some things just kind of off the cuff and comment that she learned it from her mom. So I don't have a great respect for Smee or her family. The things that have fallen out of Chantal's mouth and some of the things she's done, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You know, I don't think she comes from stellar, upstanding citizens as far as just, you know, and like it's not my place to judge. I live in a double wide, but I think trailer trash would describe her family if you could sit and listen to the conversations and the things they do. And I did see that pizza video where they were all sitting at the table eating pizza. And, you know, I don't care, but it was like feeding fucking time at the zoo. Watching them eat. No table manners. Just barely housebroken. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, Nirvana. Yeah, it's the behavior. Smee is not innocent. This is a massive difference between family that exchange gifts out of love and wanting. Yes, I agree, Enola. There's a difference between exchange between, you know, two people that love and respect each other versus the entitled gimme. Like, it almost reminds me of, remember Dudley in Harry Potter? And he got mad because there wasn't enough presents. That's kind of how Chantal is. She expects those things. Yeah, it's just, like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse and stuff, but yep, Princess Alyssa, true. Hey, Burgundy Rose, good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. So, what I think I'm going to do is, let me see what all is on the farms, her latest videos, because I won't give her the view. But are you guys, we can just sit and BS. Do we want to start at watching her cheesy penny bolognese and garlic bread? It's only like 20 minutes, and then we could break into her latest live. I don't feel like we're missing a lot by not going back further. Like I said, because she talks about the same stuff over and over, and she's continually bringing up reaction channels, and I don't know what her hang up is about moms raising terrible children that are bullies, when in fact, by Chantal's own admissions, what I remember is she was telling this story about she went and spent the night at this friend's house. And then what happened is, you know, at night, like her big thing was, is anytime she spent the night anywhere, she would end up calling Smee to come get her and take her home. This one, she was like 8 years old. And she used the excuse like, oh, the brother had a Freddy Krueger poster that scared her, so she wanted to go home. Hey, T-Bird, good to see you. Hey, Linda. Hey, Rudy, thank you for showing up. Hey, Panda. Okay, listen up. We know that about 90% of the time, every story Chantal tells, when she went and spent the night, Smee would have to come get her. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you think Chantal actually got afraid and needed to go home because she was homesick. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that dinner was over, snack time was over, and there was no way for Chantal to sneak into the kitchen and get herself snacks and foods in the evening hours. You know, it was a more controlled house, and she was gonna have to go all the way to breakfast to get breakfast, you know. And, you know, your average parent will kind of portion control, like, well, you've had 6 helpings, or, you know. So put a 1 if you think Chantal actually was afraid. Put a 2 if after dinner and snacks, Chantal made an excuse to go home because she could not sneak into the kitchen and just graze and eat all night the way she was accustomed to. And she didn't like that. Let's go to chat. Oh, look at that. 2. Hey, Cinnamon Girl. 2. Hey, Indy. Good to see you. 2. T-Bird 2. What is that? Nanshka, welcome. 2 times 1,000, Cinnamon Girl, laughing, Stackish, yeah. Cat Shark, 2. I really think that was the deal when she was younger, is she would make a reason to go home because she wanted to be able to. I don't think, because we've seen Chantal just, you know, she won't completely overeat in front of other people's. I think she had some awareness as a child. I think she ate as much as she could get. I think she got the snacks. I'm sure Smee probably even packed her some snacks, but there was only so much. So I think come a certain time, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, Chantal was going to have to go until 7 in the morning. She wanted to go home because she couldn't eat all night, you know? And I'm sure occasionally there were those houses, you know, where the parents weren't as aware, or maybe the parents drank or something. I bet you the only time that she spent the night somewhere was where there were parents that weren't paying attention, and she could sneak in and eat all night. Yeah, she is. I agree, Nirvana. So, and then we also know, because Chantal trying to talk about, how many friends she has. And that's the other thing. When she wasn't complaining, making a reason because she was scared to go home, we've all heard the story when she was 12 years old. She was an incredibly envious child about her mom had gotten the doll she wanted for the girl, her 12th birthday party, or a CD that Chantal wanted, or maybe it's two different stories, a doll in one, a CD in the other. And so Chantal would pick a fight with those people so she could take the gift back and go home. She was gluttonous and she was envious. And she also wrath, another one of the, and like I said, I know I keep beating these same drums, but it's just shocking to what extent Chantal was never corrected. And she's gotten so comfortable in lying because, she went to a French school and she's fluent in French. Bullshit. Not fluent in French. It's just, and I think a lot of her stories are bullshit. And she went through a goth phase, and she went through a Rasta phase, and she went through a hoe phase, and just, and then I'll never forget that photo I pulled it for of her sitting there with the dictionary, her smart face. Everything for Chantal is a photo op. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Chantal, has, put a 1 in the chat if you think Chantal has some basis for a personality, like she's just kind of a meek, quiet person that's, puts on airs. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Chantal has been a social chameleon since she was very young and doesn't actually have a real personality of her own, that she just kind of becomes who she needs to become in whatever situation, and then depending on where she is, she can take in the stories and then she tells those stories to a different group, because back in the day you didn't have the internet and nobody was talking to each other. So is she just a meek, mild-mannered, not well-adjusted, real shy, socially awkward person like we see her be when she's around other people, especially other females? Or 2, she's just a social chameleon, and she's found her niche here on YouTube where you can become whatever you want to be because there's a screen and nobody can check up on it. Yeah, 2, like ALR. Hey, Sarah Marie, she is fake. Hey, Panda. Okay, I said hi to Panda. Hey, Goody. Posers. Chantal's 1,000% a poser, and like, I'm curious what everybody was. Let me write this down real quick so I'm gonna, hold on. Let me get out my chalkboard or my dry erase board. Talk amongst yourself, okay? Yes, Nirvana. Say, hold on, I'm getting out my chalkboard. Uno momento, por favor. See right there, I probably know more Spanish than Foodles knows French. Je m'appelle Gribaud. I would like some poutine. Okay, talk amongst yourself. Okay, here's my dry erase board. Hold on. I'm going to go get the chalkboard too. Okay, and I want everybody, I'm going to ask a question. So everybody think about fundamentally who you were in high school, okay? Think about it, kind of what group you identified with, and not just identified with, but realistically hung out with and stuff. Just think about it. Everybody think about it. Hey, Charo Butter. Okay, let me get my chalkboard. And, oh, the beauty is I keep chalk in my little sewing basket because everybody's seen. Oh, before I forget, so for anybody here, so what I have is this pair is kind of pretty much done, right? And, you know, I've got some spots on the butt. All I need to do is sew a bee. You can see they've got like little bee lines. I need to put a bee right here. This one I did the other day. And this one is pretty much getting to be done. I've got a bee on here and the flower. And so, yeah, this one, I just need to, it has a little bit of sashiko, that Japanese mending method. I just need to put some leaves. And then this one, I think, might actually be done. I'm trying to figure out a place to sell them. Like, Levi's, yeah, and I've got a little patch on the butts. Levi's is selling brand new jeans. Brand new with patches sewn to them for $199. And then the only other ones I can find are sweatshot jeans, which are not Levi's, from China, where they've got patches sewn all over them, but they're not in strategic places. Like, they're not places where pants get holes. It's like they just cut up a bunch of material and just sewed them all over it. They look ridiculous. So, you know, and those ones are like, you know, $70, $80, $90, but they're just stupid. Or the actual hand stitch ones that I found, also, they're not patched because they need patch. Somebody got old jeans and they have just sewn patches all over them, and they are asking $350 to $375. Are you fucking kidding me? So here's what I'm thinking. You know, brand new pair is $199. I'm thinking $125 plus shipping, because a new pair of Levi's nowadays, they're running about $100. So I figured, so let me know, like, put a 1 if you think $125 is a fair price. They're not brand new, but structurally, they're as sound as a new pair, because, you know, I've got all the patches over any holes. And put a 2 in the amount you think I should actually charge if you think that price is just stupid. The point is I don't want to go too cheap, because A, I need to buy Mr. Grebo new jeans, and B, I don't want resellers to buy them at that price and then turn around and double the price. I don't care if people make money, but I just don't want that. I want them to be bought by somebody that appreciates the love I put into them and wants a good solid pair of Levi's. So, yeah, okay, Heidi says 200, so, and I figured out there's a channel called Fat Cow Chronicles. I don't watch her much, but she makes handmade stuff and used stuff, and somehow has linked it to her YouTube channel. I wish I could figure out how to do that, because I could just do that there. You know, and like I said, I'm not trying to make money off of you guys, my audience. I'm just thinking that, you know, if I uploaded a video of what they are, and then if people saw them that wanted them, but I don't know. If anybody has any idea, email me where you think I should sell them. I'm thinking eBay would be the easiest, because I can't figure out how to link to, but yeah, new Levi's, $100. New Levi's with patches sewn on them, and they're not even cool looking patches like this. They're just jean patches, just randomly sewn on. $199. Oof. I just want to get Mr. Grebo a new pair of frickin' jeans. Well, and I buy him used ones, because who can afford new ones? So I am proud of this one. I know I showed it the other day, but like I said, so, and if you look at them, I'm doing a pretty good job. Like, if you look at the inside, like the inside of the bee, it's actually pretty clean looking. So, all right, let me go get the chalkboard. Sorry. Anybody has any ideas, let me know. I'll stop showing off my jeans, but I'm pretty proud. Hey, Desiree, good to see you. So somebody said get a hold of, hey, Stephanie, good to see you. Somebody said get a hold of Fat Cow. I don't know how to get a hold of her. I don't know how to email her. She has no email contact. I don't use other social media. I did look on Twitter because I have a Twitter account. I don't really use it, but I don't have any way to contact her. So if anybody knows any way to contact Fat Cow and say, hey, how did you do this thing? So I can sell, because I also have some of those little coin purses I made, and I'm not looking to get rich. I'm thinking like $5 in shipping, just enough to pay for the materials. You know what I mean? I want the stuff to be loved. That's it. So let me go get the chalkboard real quick. But if anybody knows how to get a hold of somebody, Chero says best for clothes. Anthropology is demented. Yeah, like I said, those places, the Anthropology and all those things, they're like $3.75 and up. And like I said, they're not even truly patched jeans. Like these things are patched like this. This is Sashiko right here. But Mr. Grebo wore a hole through the Sashiko, so I had to patch the patch. The patches on these jeans are patched because they're the places that jeans wear out. You know what I mean? Because, I don't know, to me, if, speaking of posers like Chantal, if somebody showed up to school that had patches all over their jeans and they were obviously new jeans that were patched, poser. All right, everybody, needle felt, yes, Goose, we'll talk. So, okay, hey, Catalicious, good to see you. Okay, everybody think about the group they fundamentally identified, not even the group that like you wanted to be a part of. Think about the group you hung out with in high school. Like they were your people. And I'll just tell you right now, I hung out with the black leather jacket party animals. I know, shocking, but you know, and like when I was younger, I was part of the band crowd and I hung out with the band crowd, but fundamentally when I hit high school, black leather jacket, you know, hung out with those kids. The kid that always knew where the parties were, or the kid that made sure the party was happening. Think about it. I'll be back. I'm grabbing my chalkboard. Okay. All right. That's weird. So, look, this is still backwards. It's really weird. So I'll say this, YouTube somewhere between point A and point B. Remember when I used to show this? It would be flipped, so you could read this somewhere in the last couple months, not since the last live, but the one before that. YouTube has changed it. They used to flip images, so when I was like this, that they didn't come up backwards, but they have obviously changed something because this is flipped. It's not being, you know, it's not being flipped in the viewfinder and it used to. So, all right, everybody remembers our fuck around and find out chart. And in fact, okay, don't let me forget what I was talking about, but anybody that was here for the fuck around and find out university, this was our fuck around. Well, it's still backwards for you guys. Hold on. The beauty is if you were here for my last live, everybody knows that I can, in fact, write backwards. It's a skill I have. Why can I write backwards? It's because I'm left-handed. And when you're left-handed, everything you write, your hand drags through it, much like Leonardo da Vinci. I taught myself how to write backwards. So, this is the fuck around axis. And this is the find out. We'll call this the halfway. And this is the fuck around. And this would be 100% fucking around. And this would be like 100% finding out. Okay? So, when Chantal, let me look at the chat real quick. I was queen of the nerd herd. Right on. Okay, before I do this, let me write this down. So I have to write this backwards, so hold on. 1 would be, let me make sure I'm literally writing this backwards. All right. 1, if you were part of the nerd herd. 2, let me see. The party animals. 3, if you were part of the jocks. Hold on, I'm going to put this up. 4, when I say fencing geeks, does everybody know what I mean when I say fencing geeks? If you're Gen X, everybody knows what a fencing geek is. Fencing. Geeks. And those are not to be confused with the theater kids. So theater. And I was a huge part, believe it or not, me and Mr. Grebo, we were also, he was 100% part of like the band guys. But he was also a party animal like me, not to my extent. So 5, and then down, oh shoot, this is backwards, hold on. And then 4, 3, okay. I'm trying to think, and then we'll do 6, we'll put band. I think that kind of covers the majority of it, okay? So put a 1 in the chat if you were a nerd, put a 2 if you're the party, put a 3 if you were the jocks, 4 if you were the fencing geeks, which is kind of close. Those are kind of like the D&D fencing geeks. 5 theater kids, and 6 if you were the band kids. All right, and let me go. Okay, we're starting now. So Stephanie, we got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 2, we got a 2 and a 6. I was a 2 and 6 also. We got a 2, a 1, a 2, so a 2, a 1, a 2, 1. We got a 1, 2. We got a 2. We got a 1. I was a 1 for a long time. I was a goody two shoes. Bit of 4. Right on. I was a closet 4. I was a closet 4 and 5. Fencing geek theater kid. They were actually shocked. But, you know, I was too busy partying. All the above, says Lily. Linda was 6. Right on. Yeah, me and Mr. Grebo were definitely in band. I'm just saying, like, the primary. Like, you could be good at a thing, but the people you fundamentally hung out with. I hung out with the party animals. Wooly 1 and 2. Give you a 1. I played clarinet 2. Right on. 2. Oh, that's something I forgot. I'm going to put 3. When I say jocks, that includes the popular kids. So hopefully I made that clear. Argudi was a 1 that when I say jocks, the popular kids. So we've got 6 nerds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 party animals. We got 1 jock popular. We got a fencing geek. We got a couple band people. 2 and 3 farm kids. Oh, that's something that I forgot is the that we call them FFAs here. Well, so where I'm from in Alaska, there were no FFA. There were no farms. There was nothing. But we had the hunting guys. So this is kind of loosey-goosey, you know, because there were the guys, because when I went to high school, you could show up with a rifle in the window of your truck, you know, and stuff like that. But, right on. Yeah, thanks, Chero Butter. So Yeah, but if you look, we got the nerds, we got the parties, we got the jocks, the fencing geeks, the theater. The theater and fencing geeks are kind of the same. We got the band. My point is you knew who your people were. And so for Chantal, and everybody kind of has their phases, but for Chantal to claim she had a goth phase, you know, and a hoe phase, and a Rasta phase, you know, and a partier phase. And I just, that's not how it works. It's like I think she spent a lot of time looking at magazines and looking at the popular girls and deciding what she wished she was. But I don't think she went to parties. I don't think she hung out with the jocks. I don't think she was big in theater. I don't think she ever had dreadlocks. You know, I don't think there was ever a goth phase. Maybe she put on some black lipstick once. But I think ultimately, I think Chantal was extremely awkward. I also think that Chantal is misogyny personified. Chantal hates all other women. Women are competition. Have you noticed men can never do anything wrong, but women? Chantal fundamentally is incapable of being friends with a woman. Notice the few friends she had that were women were like lifelong since she was a child, and because of her selfishness and self-centeredness, you know, as she got older, they got pushed out of the picture. The only people that she is fundamentally capable of forming a relationship with, and it is transactional for Chantal, is men. She cannot abide having another woman because they are competition. Let's see. Yeah, Nirvana. I can't stand women who hate on other women. Yeah, Chantal is like, you remember when when May first came on, and I'm not wading into that, but Chantal, without even knowing the facts, dove in to providing McStabby an alibi before she even knew the story. Why? Other women are bad. And I'll say this, that notice I think, so hear me out. I think BB might have been maybe not special needs, but more, you know, special. I think pizza's special in a way. I think salad is special. I think one of the only guys she's dealt with that wasn't special in that way is Nads. And notice, he wanted money and he also got rid of her real quick. So put a 1 in the chat if you think in general Chantal gravitates towards more special, awkward type guys because she has the upper hand and can control the situation. And put it 2 if you think, no, that's not how it is. You know, she takes what she can take. I'm a solid 1. I think she finds a certain type of guy, an awkward guy, a quiet guy, a shy guy, so she can manipulate and she can be in control. Just my opinion. Yeah, there's, hey, Ruthie, good to see you. I do think that she does that. And McStabby was, you know, he was the manipulator. He was the king manipulator. I mean, he picked crazy with the side of crazy, dipped in crazy sauce when he met Chantal. But, you know, McStabby was also a drug addict, right? He thrives on chaos, much as Chantal does. And so the craziness she brought to his life really wasn't that crazy. It was attention for him. It was money for his drugs and stuff. So, you know, he was never serious about that. Okay. So, but yeah, where are we with Chantal? Where'd my piece of chalk go? Yeah, so like where we are with Chantal right now, so you got to fuck around, you got to find out. I honestly think, regardless of what Chantal says, is she, because of her family and because she had some money and stuff, that she has been allowed to fuck around where she is at one of the higher ends of fucking around. Like, she has not been accountable to anything, but I really think with her health stuff, like, did everybody hear, courtesy of Kidney J, Pink Fairy lost a toe, or it's a problem. Her type 2 diabetes, which she got diagnosed with in what, March 2022, which is like 2-3 years later than Chantal lost a toe, or is getting ready to, I'm pretty sure. So Chantal is really high in the fuck around category. And, you know, we're to the point where, like, you know, she is on medications to help kidneys. She's on metformin, basal insulin, like, you know, all kinds of stuff. She's got untreated, you know, hypertension, I would guess. She's got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and she continues to shovel in copious amounts of carbs. She has no grasp on what is and isn't allowed with the diabetic diet. In fact, it was probably, when was it? Let me see. What did she say? Let's see. Hold on. I'm just trying to find. I wrote a quote down that she said probably within the last two and a half months. She said, let's see. Hold on. I'm just trying to. Of course, I can't find what I'm looking for. Hold on. Oh yeah, she was talking about diet stuff and, you know, eating healthy and stuff. And this was probably, I don't know, late February, early March. Her comment was like, you know, what are you gonna do? Say, gee, I really lived a good life eating steamed broccoli. Like, in her mind, her relationship with food and stuff is so twisted and broken that any kind of control on your diet is eating steamed broccoli. And she really truly thinks it's boring. And she has this thing with, oh, it's clean eating, or my body's detoxing. Here's the dealio. You don't need to detox your body. Your liver filters stuff. Your kidneys filter stuff. Your body does what it needs to do. You don't need to detox. You don't need a cleanse and stuff. Not if you have a decent diet. And, you know, eating decent food doesn't entail just eating steamed broccoli. But in her mind, and what she's done is, oh, my doctor said this and blah, blah, blah. All she's done is taking pieces of all the stuff she's read and seen on TikTok in the last 8 years and amalgamated it, you know, and she's regurgitating it like it's something. And then she's like, well, regardless of, you know, you get a different answer from a different doctor every time you see him. Here's an idea. Go get an endocrinologist that specializes in diabetes and listen to him for 90 days. I can guarantee you're going to get a pretty standard, you know, consistent message from that doctor. Oh no, but not Chantal. She's the smartest cat on the internet. So I really think she's to the point with the fucking around. Like, and let's say this right here, this level of finding out. Is this. Okay? And let's say right here would be getting close to dialysis, maybe an amputation. Is that upside down? That's kind of upside down. Amputation. She's not quite there, but I would say she is solidly right here. And what she doesn't understand is she's not quite there, but, you know, a stroke, some kind of stroke, a heart attack, you know, she is getting that point. Or, you know, the way she drives and, like, her gut pushes on the steering wheel. She can't quite steer. She's just pushing it across the board. It's only a matter of time before I'll put wreck. Let's see if that comes up. I'm writing it backwards, like a car wreck or something. Yeah, that looks a little better. So it's just a matter of time before this category, you know, comes to play. And the human body is an incredibly resilient. You'd be surprised what it can do. So this right here might be preferable to some of the things she has queued up on deck for her as a super morbidly obese, uncontrolled type 2 diabetic with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, idiopathic embolisms, and an enlarged heart. This could very well be preferable to what potentially could happen. And she could live for a while, you know, losing the ability to use half your body. And she's so lazy right now, she won't push herself. She won't become uncomfortable at all. But I'm telling you, people, like, she so badly wants to be seen kind of as disabled, and she's not willing to push herself. But truly not being able to walk is a whole nother level of fucked up, unhappy situation, you know. Not power leveling, not letting too much, but I had to have an emergency neurosurgery, and what I went through, you know, to get back my walking and the stairs and all that stuff. I never want to deal with that again. It hurt and it was hard, and it takes you need to really be focused and have some mental fortitude. And Chantal doesn't have any of those things. She wants everything brought to her. She's not willing to be uncomfortable. She doesn't know what it's like to focus. She's never been told no. And I honestly think it's a lost cause for her. And it's unfortunate, because what's going to happen is she's going to end up back in Canada costing the Canadian taxpayers so much money, you know, and it's unfortunate because she's never paid her fair share. You know, she still owes taxes, and she made a point, I'm pretty sure recently, where as long as she discharges her bankruptcy, she can sponsor somebody in Canada, you know, and the bankruptcy is not the same as paying off your taxes. And 99.9% sure she's using Smee's address to make it look like she's still living in Canada. Like I said, it's just shady across the board. Everything she's doing, she's up here with fucking around, you know? And it's just a matter of time for the other shoe drops. She can see how dangerous driving. Yeah, for her to drive the way her stomach, and she's not wearing a seatbelt. And that's the other thing. When you're going over bumps and you're not stabilized, you know, she can do this with the steering wheel. And I don't care what anybody says. She is focused on the chat. She is not watching ahead. And it's, you know, is she going to have the stroke? Is she going to have a heart attack? You know, are her kidneys really going to start giving out? Is she going to get an infection and lose a toe? Or how about in the rolls? Because she's not bathing appropriately. Oh, and I will show this. Like, we'll watch it. I'll stop rambling and we'll watch a video. But did you see in her latest video, she fired it up, but the filters hadn't quite kicked in yet. Hold on. We'll do this, because her filters, if you watch her videos and you just watch the edge, like where her Scuba Steve hijab is, you can see it flickering and stuff like that, because there are active filters, you know, slimming her face. Hold on. So, yeah. And this one right here is with slimming filters, but this is with smoothing filters, but the slimming one hadn't quite kicked in yet. So when she turned it on, and she started saying like, oh, my stand isn't working, and she kept jimmying it around. I think what it was is she kept moving it because she was waiting for the slimming filter to kick in. She turned it on and needed it because, you know, because that's what we were saying. And then, see right there, you know, she just, you could really see how wide and fat her face was, and she kept moving the stand and saying, oh, the stand's broken, you know, and it kept doing that. And then finally, you see the difference between this And it had kind of started to work at this point, but her face, you know, significantly slimmed. Her eyes got bigger, you know, the jowls and stuff got less pronounced, even though it was still smooth. That's what she's doing. And I think she's getting so used to seeing herself through those filters that, you know, she just isn't. Hey, Colleen with a K, welcome. Yeah, she has actual cellulite on her face. Like, and the between the smoothing filters and the slimming filters, and you know, like I said, she has actual cellulite on her face. And everybody says, oh, her eyes are swollen. Yeah, she has bags under her eyes, but up here, those are just fat deposits. It's no different than what Tammy Slayton had with, you know, she had the fat on the forehead. That's, and let me see what else. Hold on. Okay, that's that. I think I have some other photos. Hold on. We'll just go through it. And then I know there was a sweeping one. And she just kind of went and swept. And the amount of stuff she got up from that, like, good God, when was the last time she swept that floor? Hold on. But yeah, this is what she looks like with the slimming filters. I mean, look at that. There's no cellulite, you know, it's all nice and thin. That versus her, you know, jimmying it around, and she kept doing it until that filter kicked in. Night and day. Does everybody remember back when Pete's was streaming and she was streaming and we saw what we saw with her, but she walked into his room and we could see her through his, and she had the camera sitting on her stomach. She's got really small beady eyes, you know, and she's got huge fat deposits up here and a really round big face with a huge neck, and just, but she uses smoothing filters, she uses slimming filters, she uses big eyes, white teeth filters. And she really thinks she's Radish from Spirited Away. Exactly. Like a meatball. Hey, Jocelyn's mom, good to see you. Sorry, you guys. Hey, Pernilla, good to see you guys. And so, it's Samsung Galaxy Beauty filters. Like, and I don't know anything about how to use any filters. Like, what you see here is what I look like in real life. I don't even know. I think that she has, I honestly think she has, like an app put on, and oh, thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. Normally off Sunday PM, but overtime on break. Well, thank you. And as everybody knows, any super chats go to helping with the hobbies, but let's be real, they go to the cats. My cats are spoiled, so yeah, super chats go to buying kitty food, kitty goodies, kitty toys. Why? Because they're the best. And the cat distribution system saw me fit to take care of 2 rescue kitties, and now they rule the earth and rule my life. So, yeah, thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. I'm glad you're on break. Thanks for dropping in. Smoothing filters to hide my dark circles. Yeah, I don't blame you, Minka. And I will admit, sometimes I'll record something for my shorts and I'll be like, oh my God, you know, the baggage under my eyes is enough to, you know, get me to fucking China and back. So, you know, but just, I have a Samsung like 9 Plus. It's old, so there really aren't filters I could use, but oh, trust and believe, I would love to use. Laura, hello, glad you're here. Hope dinner went well. So everybody say hello to Laura. Be kind. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, fur babies come first. So we've seen Chantal, and this is not me throwing shade. Like I said, Chantal, rather than ever addressing, and there is people that are hateful towards her, but she is hateful back. I'm not part of that. I'm not here for the ad hominem attacks. But Chantal picks and chooses. Like she says, none of these reactors turn on their cameras. They're all fat, you know, and they're all moms and raising kids, and they're online 24/7. I stream like once every 6 weeks. And I'm not saying I'm a very small channel. My point is she picks and chooses who she wants to deal with, who she wants to talk about. She ignores the smaller channels, you know, and so it's just not a valid argument. And then the other thing is she never attacks the criticism. She attacks the person. She conflates the two. She uses straw man arguments. And I say this all the time. Chantal is the equivalent of, let's say she murdered somebody, okay? And she went in front of the judge. And then the judge says, Miss Chantal, you are accused of murder. How do you plead? And her argument is Ted Bundy killed 10 women or however many. And, you know, he did it over a period of many months. So, obviously, I'm not guilty. Fun fact, two things can be true at once. Chantal can be a terrible human being that says and does terrible things, whilst also other people can say and do terrible things. You know, you don't need to conflate the two. So Chantal doesn't get off by, you know, attacking the other person's character, or you don't know what I do when I'm not online. Yeah, we don't know, but the thing is when somebody shows you who they are, or they tell you, you need to believe them. She's been online long enough, and we see the inconsistencies long enough that, you know, Occam's razor is how that goes. And cheesy. Oh, thank you, cheesy girl. Thank you. Yes, I will use it for crafts, and I do have to spend 35% of it on the kitties, because they are my overlords, much as Goose Chuck has overlords. So, wow, thank you. I won't get the money right away, because apparently you have to make $100 for YouTube to send you your money, and they take like 30%. So, but soon I will get it, and I will get something for the kitty, and I will also show in my videos what I get for my crafts. But I really appreciate it. Thank you. It makes me feel good, appreciated, like people notice. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, cheesy girl. Milky girl totally threw beauty. Yeah, that milky chai, just Chantal doesn't know what to do with that. Out of the nicest and genuine channels, in my opinion. Oh, thank you, Nirvana. So, yeah, YouTube, like I said, they take your cut. And they stopped emailing me every day about monetizing my channel. And now I'm not eligible to monetize as far as ads and stuff. I don't have enough, because when you do shorts the way I do, yeah, that just doesn't add up to a lot of time. So, and I'm fine with that. And that's something else. Is I've noticed that Chantal, like she's, from what I've read on the farms, I don't watch her channel directly, but it sounds like every 2 to 3 minutes Chantal is cramming commercials in as much as possible. But so we need to watch her most recent vlog. But real quick, hold on, real quick, let's look at her numbers, okay? Because when I checked about 3-4 months ago, she was averaging like 9.6 thousand views per you know, vlog, pre-recorded video, and I think it's far below that now. So let me go back. Yeah, it's not looking good. So a month ago, her Indian food mukbang, 9.2, Hardee's Santa Fe chicken, 9.3, these are all a month ago. Her Easy Heart Shaped Chocolate Cookies was 7,000. Little Caesars was actually 12,000. And these are more like 2.5, almost 3 months ago. Cheesy Chicken Roll Meal was 12,000. Roasted Chicken Poutine, 9.3. Chipotle was 10,000. And here's where these were all about 2 months ago. Here's where we get to 4 weeks ago and newer. So about 4 weeks ago, her Pizza Hut was 10,000. Her Disney's Lady and the Tramp, God, that was cringe, was 9.4. Her Spicy Samyang Bulldog Noodles was 9.6. P.S. By the way, I don't think for a second that she actually added all those spice packets. It was the wrong color. I think she took 3 packets of noodles and added half of packets or so. We talked about this my last video. So that was 9.6. Her double chicken sandwich was 9.1. Her iftar beef and potato curry was 5.8. Stray Cat sends me to the emergency room video, 7.1. McDonald's Big Mac actually got her 12. Grocery haul, 7.1. Sloppy Joe and crispy Parmesan, 7.8. Barbecue chicken, 7.5. Taco salad, 8.7. My point is all of her pre-recorded, regardless of what the mukbang was, they always tended to get between 9, 11, 12,000. And now they are more like 8.1, 8.1, 6.5, 7.2, 10,000, 8.5 is, yeah, it's only 1,000, 1,500 less, but it's a downward trajectory. If you look at her lives, it's even more dismal. You go a couple months ago, 9,000, 11,000, 9.6, 14,000, 12,000, 13,000. Well, you go to her more recent lives, 7,000, 7.4, 9.2, 9.2, 7.7, 6.7. It's just this downward trend, and it's because, oh, somebody else gave me a super chat. Colleen with a K to help you get to 100. Thank you, Colleen with a K. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Thank you. And like I said, it will go to craft supplies that you will see me screw up on. And about 25% will always go to kitties. So thank you, Colleen with a K. I do appreciate it. I really do. It's, yeah, I'm super awkward. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. I appreciate it. We've been doing daily vlogs now for what, like 2.5 years? Believe it or not, it takes some time to do this. So I appreciate the support of my crafting and bad baking and questionable cooking with horrible housekeeping. Thank you very much. Hey, Cheesy Girl. Let's see. I said hi to Cheesy Girl. Spider is a criminal manipulator, right? Yeah, I hear you. Pets in general are, yeah, just, they run the house. I've got their new thing is they've gotten under the bed. I don't know what they have under the bed, but I can hear something rattling around. I think it might be my endocrine medication because I'm missing a bottle and I hear but I can't quite get under there, and they've got this little tunnel system, and I'm just dreading it because it's probably like dust bunnies the size of my head under there. So okay, do you want me to keep rambling? I've been rambling for a minute. Put a 1 if you would like me to break out her newest pre-recorded video. That's what we were planning on doing, was watching that, and we can talk, too, while we do this. Hold on, I'm trying to find the, because on the farm they have it archived, so, because I know it sounds silly, but I won't give her the view. She doesn't get my social media currency. I feel it's valuable. So, Laura, thanks to everyone. Yeah, thanks for modding. And Burgundy Rose, I think I said hello. I said hello to Pernilla. Tak for being here. Definitely Fika tomorrow. And Storkram. Okay. My mom's side of the family are Swedish, so yeah, but my ability, you know, is not so good, but I recognize a lot of words. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find, so put a 1 in the chat if you're cool with watching her pre-record from today. I think it was called Cheesy Penny Bolognese. We'll watch that. And then we can watch some of the of her live. Put a 1 if you're cool with starting with the Penny Bolognese, watching the pre-record. We'll watch it at 1.5 time. Put a 2 if you'd rather just break into the live. So, you know, like, we got ones. Okay, let me pull it up. We got some 1s. 2, Panda wants to just break into the, okay, hold on. Oh, and so we got a couple people that want the lives. Okay, 1 or 2. Okay, I'm going to watch it at 1.5 times, so it's only 20 minutes. We'll be done in about 11, 12 minutes, and then we'll break into the live. How about that? Because that'll give me time to get my shit together. Hold on, I have to go grab the speaker so you guys can hear it. And we all know, we've all seen Chantal eat, so hearing what she says is more important. We know that she has terrible table manners. We know she licks her hand, and that's the other thing. Between the left and the right hand, how she's eating with her left hand, she's ambidextrous, an ambidextrous overeater, but she's, you know, she'll be eating with her right hand and then eating with her left hand and then licking the fingers. And for somebody that's a convert to Islam, is just shocking. You know, I have a very good friend. Long story short, her father was a fighter pilot for the Shah of Iran, and when shit went sideways in 79, they had to leave her for dead. They didn't find her 6 months later, blah, blah, blah. So I have a really good insight into some of the Islamic, and I know Iran is different than Kuwait, but, you know, some of the Islam stuff, and just the overall opinion about eating with your left hand and licking your fingers. Even though she was converted to Christianity, there were just certain things that had been beat into her head, and the eating with the left hand, like, she struggled with the fact that I'm very left-handed. It just, on a visceral level, was upsetting for her, you know. So to see Chantal doing that while claiming she's a convert is just next level. Just, she's LARPing. She's about a Muslim as, you know, I'm a virgin. Ask my OBGYN that was there when I gave birth to my son how much of a virgin I am. I mean, it's like, pew. Okay, that was TMI. The sloppy eating is directed at particular audience. I agree. You know, and here's the deal with Chantal. Do I think I have people that she has people that like that kind of stuff? 1,000%. Do I think Chantal would eat that way no matter what because she has no table manners? Also, yes. Chantal has no house training. We all saw the pizza video with, you know, her sister holding, you know, the knife like she was a fucking Neanderthal, you know, and just my grandmother's rolling in her grave. Hold on. I'm getting the speakers so we can watch the video. Uno momento. 1 minut, пожалуйста. Я изучаю русский язык 5 лет. Sorry.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
What is it going to? Okay, hold on. I need to get it to pair to this. Bluetooth, disco cylinder. Come on, please pair. Why won't it pair? Okay, hold on.
Power off. Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
I think it's trying to pair with this. So hold on. I might have to. I haven't updated this thing in forever. Oh,
Bluetooth connected.
you need skills when you have luck, am I right? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, real quick question.
These are
Do you guys want, like I said, I'm thinking about dropping this down and putting this so you know you can see it, but so I can also work on my crafts, because I'm assuming hearing it's a little more important than seeing it. Put a 1 if seeing it is the end all be all, and put a 2 if you're okay with it being off in the corner, but hearing it's more important. So 1, no, I must see it. 2 is, yeah, I can see it, but I want to hear it more importantly. And if you're a 1 person, that's cool. Like I have not watched this today. Why? Because I just have no fucks to give lately. I've just been so, okay, that might be a little too low. Hold on. Okay. Actually, hold on. Sorry. I know that this is really ghetto. I have a friend who's a little more tech savvy. I have a laptop. I need to get another laptop for my D&D. And I need to get it from them and get it set up. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this works. All right, we have quite a few 2s, which is awesome. Like, do I want this like this? So it's like this, or do you prefer if I just set it off to the side so I can pause it, and you guys really are more about, so 1, if you want it where you completely see it, or 2, I can drop this, you can hear it, and I can work on my crafts. Hopefully this makes sense. So, because it just seems like, okay, we got 2, so okay, let me get this out of the way. Let me, I've got one of our stands here in the kitchen. I'll take a picture of this setup. You guys are gonna die laughing. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Frosty. Don't need to see her. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. Like we all know what we're getting into here, right? So, okay, let me go like this. Go like this. Okay. Okay. So, go like this. Okay, so you can see her, or you know what? It's like I'll put her off here, and I'm gonna move this out of the way just because, I don't want to knock this over. And okay, let me find what I'm gonna work on. Everybody get like their snack. If you gotta go potty, go potty. If you need to get some crochet, go get it. I think I'm gonna sew that right there. Yeah, just everybody get set up for this so we can listen. I'm just trying to get it. Okay, I've got, hey Granny Noodles, good to see you. It's just her in a chair with clown makeup, right? Hey Wooly, email me. These are size 33, 32, 501 Levi's. Email me, seriously. And like I said, they're completely shrunk. They're as shrunk as they're gonna get. But yeah, there's 33, 32. Mr. Rebo's put on like 25 pounds. He's like, my jeans are too tight. I'm like, well, lose some weight, Tubby, because, you're not getting any younger. So my email is in my about section on my YouTube page. But seriously, email me. Grebo, I'll be in and out. Okay, Laura, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, do that. And like I said, I've got these 3 pairs nearly done, but I've got like 5 or 6 more pairs left. And so, okay, I think I'm going to work on, so what it is these are Sashiko, and Mr. Grebo wore them to the point where he wore through the Sashiko. So I'm having to put, and so the other thing is now the jeans that I patched, he doesn't get to wear them anymore. The second he took a pair, so Sashiko is a very specific Japanese style of mending where you have to have a palm, they call it a palm thimble. You know, it's a very thick palm thimble and stuff to protect your palm, and you have to sew through 2 layers of jeans. It's a whole thing. The second he put one of those pairs on and he came home, and for no other reason than he was lazy, that he got this prep from work on him, I said, that's it. You don't deserve these jeans anymore. You even had an old pair in your van, the van that he wrecked that's no longer functioning, and you chose to do this. Like, it really hurt my feelings. It's like, you have no appreciation for this. Well, people think they look cool. What good is it if you get grease and prep all over them because you're too lazy? So yeah, I figured I would sell them so somebody could get them that could love them and wear them, and then I could buy him another pair of, you know, used Levi's like we get, because used Levi's have gone up. They're almost like $60. Okay. Enough rambling from Grebo. So, hold on. Let me get my, okay. So this one right here is her penne bolognese, I think from earlier today. All right. Yeah, Sashiko, like maybe Tansy Striper. Maybe I'll do, I know, I keep going off on a tangent. Maybe I'll do like a live where, you know, I show, because it's, and what I do is kind of a variation on it. There are Sashiko people that like, it's such this, well, much as anything the Japanese do overall, is like, if you're going to do it, you do it well. And so it's these intricate, just beautiful patterns, and they do it specifically to patch denim jeans, you know, and it's the patching that makes them beautiful. It's gorgeous. You know, I kind of do a variation of that, but it's really cool, and it's not that hard to do. You know, you just got to get a sharp needle and pay attention. So, okay. Thank you, Laura, for putting my email up there. I appreciate it. Okay.
Want a personalized video from me
Put
to
a
you
1
that you can keep
if you
forever?
can hear
Or
this.
maybe a special shout out.
Put a 2 if it's too
maybe
quiet.
you just have a pressing question for me you want answered. All you have to do is request a personalized video or direct message from me on Cameo. It's super easy.
Okay.
Cameos also make great birthday.
So 1 is you can hear it okay. 2 is it's either too quiet, it's too loud, it's blowing out something.
Or special occasion gifts. Hope to hear from you. Bye.
Okay, it looks like it's good. Oh, I'll turn it up a little. Oh, and cat deflection.
Hi guys, it's that time again. I'm craving pasta with meat sauce.
Pasta.
And tonight, instead of spaghetti, I'm actually craving penne. So I'm gonna have some penne pasta with my homemade meat sauce. Such a comfort dish. So let's get to. All right, now I'm starting off by cooking down a couple of shallots in some olive oil. And I'm adding 1 pound of lean ground beef.
Like this, or I could turn it like this so I could pause it easier. So like, I'll ask one more time. 1, no, you kind of want to see it, or 2, no, you want me to be able to pause it easily and fucking rant like I do. So 1, yes, leave it like this because you really want to see it. 2, feel free to rant. We don't need to see it. 2, Pernilla says 2. 2, Blondie, W. Yeah. Looks like chili con carne. I agree. Sarah, happy with whatever. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like
I like
this.
lean ground beef
Okay.
because then
The
you
sound
don't have to worry
okay?
about draining
One
the
if the
fat
sound's
after.
okay.
The less oil in the sauce, in my opinion, the better. So I'm going to season the beef now with some salt and some black pepper. And I'm going to let that cook and brown for a bit. And then I'm going to add
Sound is
some,
okay.
about 3 cloves of fresh garlic. But you can add to your taste how much you like. I like a lot of garlic. And I'm going to add 1 little container of tomato paste and some dry oregano and dry basil, and just let that cook for a little bit. And then I'm going to add 2 cans of these whole tomatoes, and I'm just crushing them down here with my spoon. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add 2 cans of that. And then I'm going to add about 1 cup of water.
Okay.
And just let that.
Last time I'll ask. 1, if this is okay with the light on like this, and put it 2 if this light right here, it's too much for you. So 1, it's good. 2, you hate it, and then let me know what you want changed.
And I'm gonna add, lastly here, I'm gonna add 2 little rinds of Parmesan. First time trying this, and I'm gonna add some bay leaves as well. And I'm gonna put the lid on and let that simmer on low for about 1 hour or so. All right, so I pureed the sauce just to get rid of the chunks of tomato and to make the beef.
I'm curious, I haven't seen this yet. Do we think this is an older video, or do we think we've filmed this since she came back from her visa run? I haven't seen it yet. I don't know.
A little bit smaller. And I added the penne pasta. So I'm gonna bake this in the oven now with some cheese. Let's go. Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to another video. I have diet Kinza.
Don't follow foodie. Yeah, I agree.
Let's crack these fresh.
Yeah, she doesn't do
fork.
anything right. It's very loud. Look at this.
Bismillah.
Like, all kidding aside, with as swollen as she is, like, she can't just eat a normal portion of food. Look at that. That is a serving platter with, probably that entire, 5.5, 6 quart container of food covered in that shaky cheese, which is just loaded with cellulose and other grossness. That's not Parmesan cheese. It's just chemical trash. And I love it, like where she's like makes it healthy because she's got a diet soda with all those carbs. Seriously, why bother with the diet soda? We know you don't like those. Okay, I'll shut up. And bread? Bread?
Brioche. Garlic toast.
Somehow
Let's crack these. Diet Kinza.
Yeah, the diet soda.
Pickles.
Yeah, same here. I'm literally I've been slacking because it just what's the point? It's Groundhog Day with her. Nothing changes.
Crispy cheese that fell off. We have some brioche. Garlic toast with cheese.
That bread looks burned on the bottom.
We have the penne roasted in the oven. So cheesy. And super hot. This cheese stuck.
Yeah.
Come on.
She doesn't even want to slow down. She's trying to eat it while it's scalding hot. Yeah, exactly. Oranges, oranges. Chantal is the poster child. Look at that. Like, she puts on a third. After this is already covered in cheese.
Garlic toast.
Third of, that grated cheese. And she doesn't even grate the cheese herself. She buys that pre-shredded stuff, which really isn't that good because it has anti-caking stuff on it, and then she puts like a third of the jar of that shaky cheese. It's just flavorless gruel. The smacking.
Oh.
Yeah, she's just mowing. It's hot though. She can't wait for it to cool.
I was craving this meal.
So she's always craving everything. Like Chantal's problem is she doesn't say, oh, I was hungry for this. Like she has substituted the word for this was easy, or, you know, this sounded good to make, to I was craving this, which just means, you know, it's high calorie, a lot of food, and it's inexpensive because her income just is not what it used to be.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I agree. Here you are. She's just bleh. Yeah, how much butter? And look at that. That is like molten lava. Is that a regular size fork or is that a serving fork? I think it's a regular size fork, but it's a serving platter. Yeah, it's scalding hot, but she cannot be bothered to wait. Listen to that smacking.
That is good though. That is good.
Is it good though? Is it good or is it just a lot?
Anyway, how are you? We're gonna let that cool off.
Exactly, Enola. Exactly, Goose.
My goodness.
And I'd like to point out, she's eating with her left hand right now. This is her left hand. That is her left hand.
These pickles are so addictive.
Addictive
They're
means
so good.
It's food. Yeah, good means a lot. They're not addictive. They're just salt.
They're from Aguilas, Spain.
Yeah. Take a bite of that molten lava.
I can blow through the noodle. It makes it like an instrument. Listen.
And if you listen to this,
Instrument, listen.
and if you listen to this, like I can tell already, she doesn't have anything to talk about. Like with, let me see, let me speed this up. Sorry, guys. Playback speed. Yeah, I'll speed it up to 1.25, and if that's not fast enough, but I can tell you right now, I've not seen this. I can guarantee you she doesn't have anything to talk about. She turned on a camera with molten hot pasta, and she's trying to get it in her face hole as fast as possible, is my guess.
I didn't want to make spaghetti, you know. I know you guys like church basement spaghetti, but I gotta branch out on the noodle shapes.
I know, I'll keep pausing. Oh, you guys, I know you guys are big on the church basement spaghetti. No, it's not. Like, nobody is emailing her and saying, hey, make church basements. It's not true. Nobody really cares. It's her new go-to is, I got an email. Somebody sent me this screenshot. Somebody asked for that. That's all a lie. Nobody's emailing her asking for this stuff. That's her way to give herself permission without looking like a lonely, pathetic individual with like no life, no interests, no hobbies. She's trying to, it's somebody else asked for this, but I'm tired of church basement spaghetti, so I made this and said, that's not true. You looked at your pantry, what do I have, and what can I make a lot of? That's all that's going on here.
Like one of those people who only like one certain type of noodle shape.
Yeah, this is a lie.
Bow ties are good too.
Yeah, nobody cares. She's eating with her left hand again. I'm just pointing out, that's her left hand.
I make the best pasta.
No, that's a lie.
At least bolognese stuff.
Yeah, no, that's not bolognese.
If you want to make like a rosé, make it richer, you could add cream. More veggies.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think she could even remotely make an Italian pasta dish that would be
I hope you're all
passable.
having
Put a
something good
2
to
in the
eat.
chat if you
I
think
wish I
every
could share.
Italian
I
grandmother
would
on
in
the
a heartbeat.
planet's rolling in their grave looking at this slop.
I love using, I haven't used whole tomatoes in the can in forever.
I don't think
Reminds me
this
of
is
when-
even bolognese
My grandma used to make pasta.
pasta. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she doesn't know how to make pasta al dente. Guaranteed.
She would just like put whole tomatoes with macaroni, butter,
Yeah, macaroni.
and
In-
celery, carrots.
If you're using macaroni, that's called casserole. Your grandma was making casserole.
And then she had another way of making like a spaghetti sauce where she would just put mushroom, celery, carrots, onion, ground beef, and no tomato sauce, just Campbell's condensed tomato soup.
Okay, put a 1 if that's not the most disgusting casserole idea on the planet. Put
And
a
somehow
2
it was yummy.
if
I don't
you
know.
try the minestrone mirepoix monstrosity. I'm a
She
solid
hated
1.
garlic. Like,
That was a casserole her grandma made with minestrone soup. That's gross.
hated garlic. And she actually, where her aversion to garlic came from, I remember her telling me when she was a teenager, she met a Navy officer. She was, I think, 17
Yeah, Candy Striper,
or 18
I'm
or something
left-handed.
like that.
I'm very left-handed. I'm trying to use my right hand right now.
And he took her to a makeout spot and he had garlic breath. Like really bad garlic. And ever since then.
Do you think her grandma really had an aversion to garlic, or do you think her grandma just told her this story from a long time ago? Or maybe grandma was talking about it with somebody else in the room and Chantal picked it up and made it into this entire thing with her grandma to prove how close they were.
The pickle fork is annoying. I need a pickle shovel.
Pickle shovel. Yeah, she comes from the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Exactly, Nirvana. Like Chantal's trash to another level, but I can guarantee that, you know,
The cheese is not melty.
some
but
of this is learned behavior.
it's all right.
It is, and you know, call me petty, call whatever catty, but I'm just commenting on monetized content I see on YouTube. And let's face it, there are a lot of people on this planet, and there are certain groups of people that are just taker. Like they take and take and take. They take resources, they take time, and they leave a lot of garbage and they give nothing back. And you know, Chantal just happens to be one of those people. You know, call me petty, but it might be a good thing that her family overall chose not to reproduce all that much. You know, you know, at some point you need to be a responsible human being, and it just doesn't seem to be possible. Am I being really petty? Oh yeah, completely. Sorry, not sorry.
I couldn't find when I was shopping online the pre-made garlic bread. You know the one? I remember in Canada, I used to get a lot. If I got garlic bread, it was like in, you know, that long baguette that's in a foil, and it has garlic butter and cheese already in it.
Yeah, I think she made it up.
That one.
Burgundy. She really doesn't have anything to say. I'm going to turn this up to
I got
1.5
inspired to
speed.
make my own food. I watch these people making food on TikTok. One guy, he's a chef, Kevin Ashton.
This is 1.5 times speed.
He's a sorority house chef, and the types of meals he makes are like those really, comfort meals.
Yeah, that's a good question, Lydia. How's she not choked? She doesn't chew. And that's probably why, look at all that shaky cheese, but that's probably why, like, if you think about it, and she has no gallbladder, the amount of fat and stuff, and she doesn't chew, and the salivary amylase in your mouth, your digestion starts in your mouth. She doesn't chew. She's like a hyena. She swallows things whole.
He's a really cool guy. And then one of the sorority girls, I think her name's Larissa. She has a TikTok channel where she reviews the food he makes. Like, come with me to review my sorority chef's food.
The bottom of that bread sure is just burnt.
Don't watch it if you're hungry. It's torture.
It's like black.
But they're eating good at that sorority house.
Yeah.
I think it's the University of Reno.
So, okay, I'll stop pausing so we can get through this, but put a 1 in the chat if you think this is slander Great Grebo. She chews soup and shakes. Right? So put a 1 in the chat if this is like, if you think that this is any kind of conversation that a normal human would have. Put a 2 in the chat if you think this is just verbal diarrhea. This is something Chantal watched on TikTok recently. And this is 1.5 speed and she has nothing. Her life is so uninteresting. She has nothing to speak of. I'm a 2 on this. Like, this is not a conversation.
All the flavors, like in the sauce with the bay leaf.
Like,
I
literally,
can't really
nobody
taste the Parmesan
cares.
rind.
Oh, is Goose going to bed? Good night, Goose. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thanks for being
I saw another
here.
woman make, oh my gosh.
We have our test stream to do
She made
soon. This is 1.5
like
speed.
country fried steak. So she fried thin slices of steak.
And she's talking about food.
Used the same pan to make a gravy.
She's talking about food. She's seen
Smothered
on
the fried steak in
TikTok.
gravy, covered it in foil, and baked it in the oven for like 2 hours. Well, it looks so good.
More pickles.
I gotta make that.
More pickles. Salt.
You know, anything with gravy I love.
Burnt bread.
So, my evening routine.
This is a lie. There's no evening routine.
I take pleasure in just the little things.
Like Goose says, cool
I'm
story.
gonna put my earphones
Go
on,
feed.
clean up dinner dishes.
You don't clean up the dishes after you do them. That's a lie.
I have a lot of leftovers.
That is a complete lie. I bet you there's almost nothing
coffee.
left of that.
Make shisha, relax.
I want to point this out. So right here, call me petty, but relax is something you do after a day of go, 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 labor, pushing yourself. You go. So when you say you're going to relax, that means you're taking your foot off the gas pedal, you're sitting down, and you're taking a minute for yourself. How, pray tell, can somebody like Chantal label what she does as relaxing when all she does all day is sit around doing exactly what she wants, exactly when she wants? So what she does in the evening is not relaxing, okay? She's not, putting the brakes on. She's not focusing on herself. She's not going to do a little self-care. What she does in the evening is just is a continuation of what she's done the entire 4 hours she's been up since 2 in the afternoon, is exactly what she wants. Exactly how she wants. It's not relaxing, Chantal. It's a continuation of your lazy, gluttonous behavior that you have been engaging in since you rolled out of the bed at the crack of 2 p.m. Words have meaning.
Edit this video.
Yeah, exactly, Nirvana.
Maybe
You
go
don't
live.
need to rest from doing nothing. God,
tuck
this
in.
is boring.
Take a hot shower, clean PJs, and
Who thinks in the evening that she takes a hot shower, scrubs herself from head to toe, and puts clean pajamas on? Put a 1 if you think Chantal even has pajamas to put on. Put a 2 if you think she just flops into bed at 4 or 5 a.m. in the same filthy clothes that she's been wearing for the last 48 to 96 hours. I'm a 2. On top of that, do we want to finish watching this, or do we want to go on to her live? Let me know in chat. Like, do we want to watch the rest of this? Because it's...
take a hot shower,
Yeah, no.
clean PJs, and put on a movie, spend some time with the hubs.
That's a lie. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, she's eating a lot of those pickles.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Shannon CG. Thanks for being here, too. I'm doing okay. Oh. You guys probably can't hear it. Hold on.
Everything outside.
What are you doing? Can you guys hear Vishnu trilling at me? What are you doing? What's my kitty doing? Yeah? Are you not going to trill for us now? Can you make some noise? Huh? You gonna... Okay, I'm almost done. Can you say something? Can you say something for the green butts? Oh, now she gets shy. Okay. So, yeah, Vishnu is my kitty. One of my 2 rescue kitties. Okay. Do we want to finish? Put a 1 if you want to finish watching whatever this is. Put a 2 if you're like, no, fuck it. Let's move on to the live. This is like watching paint dry.
The windows are not. They're thin.
So, okay. It sounds like people, hey, BVD, move on to the live. Yeah, let's
Slowly starting to get warmer here.
Let's move on to the live, because this is just, there's stupid, and then there's whatever this is. This is at 1.5 times. She has nothing to speak of. Just, it's, it's mind-numbingly just, and there's no point because, it's just her repeating the same stupid stuff. So hold on. Are you sitting there being cute? I can't pick up Vishnu yet. Like, she is not in a place where I can pick her up. Like I said, I can pick up Morgoth as long as I hold her real tight. She'll let me, pick her up a little bit, but Vishnu, no. And I think I've said it before, but they were both, they figured they were both feral until they were almost 3.5 months old. They were right on the verge where they thought they might have to just catch them, fix them, and let them go. They were feral. They got the 3 brothers, but apparently it took them another 2. They got the brothers at 3 months old. There were 3 of them, and they were all black, like Morgoth. But Vishnu and Morgoth were the only 2 girls, and it took them another 2 weeks to catch them. And food, nothing. I guess they were quite little hellions, and when they finally got them in the live trap, I guess Morgoth just hissed and stuff, but it sounds like Vishnu gave them a run for their money. Just trying to get her out of the live trap. Just, yeah, so she's not feral, and God, she's so loving, but she just, I don't know if she's ever going to be in a place where I could just pick her up. I will say this, if I had to get her to a vet, she's well behaved. If I scruff her, you know, and that doesn't hurt them, but if I scruff her, she'll hold still. I can put her into her carrier, and she's, you know, she'll let me do that, but she's just not gonna let me pick her up. Morgoth, I can kind of, if you grab her and she's in a good mood and you pick her up and you hold her tight, she'll let you hold her and pet her, but yeah, Vishnu, she'll fuck you up. So, hold on. Okay, let's put on, yeah, I really thought it would be the other way around too, natural. Like, we really thought Morgoth, the Dark Lord, though Vishnu, the Destroyer. But yeah, when we first got them, and I had them in Teeb's bedroom, you know, in Junior's bedroom, when we finally got the kitty room built, I told Mr. Grebo, like, okay, let's get Morgoth out of the way, because she's going to be the problem. Scruffed got her, put her in the thing, moved her in there, she was fine. It was Vishnu that, oh my God. As soon as she got, you know, we'd only had him for like 3-4 days. She realized she was being picked up even though she was scruffed, and most cats kind of get docile. She went out like that, and oh boy. It was like we had to get her in there, and then we had to just let her calm down because she had the open this door and I will ruin your fucking day. She was mad, and it took like a few days before she, oof. Yeah, so I thought Morgoth would be the problem child, but no, Vishnu was, sorry for the swearing, but Vishnu was. And I think she still might be holding a grudge. She's just waiting for me to go to sleep one of these nights, and I'm going to wake up. She's going to be standing over me with a butcher knife or something. So, okay, let's put on, yeah, Vichy is so adorable, though. She really is. She follows me from room to room. She's a good kitty. They're both amazing. Oh, now Morgoth hears me talking about her. You guys want some soft food? Because you're so thin? Okay, sorry. Okay, let me find the live. Yeah, let's watch the live, because this is just not... This is not tenable. This is... Yeah, exactly, Shannon. It's like, believe it or not, at night, a lot of the times, I'll close the door because it's like the second the light goes out, kitty NASCAR car starts. And then you got cats burning out across your stomach, or, you know, they come to a screeching halt, like, on your face, and... Yeah, huh? You're just So, yeah, so when I want to sleep, I have to shut the door because they run the show. I talk a good game. Grebo Jr.'s like, if I acted that way, and I was like, you would never act that way. Okay, let's see. Okay, here it is, the archive. Okay, here we go. This is the one where it starts out, I'm pretty sure, with where you can see the cellulite and stuff, because her slimming filter hasn't kicked in. So, okay, so yeah, here's where she's gonna be. Yeah, see, the slimming filter's not on.
My stand.
Yeah, this is, you can watch her. She hits the slimming filter. It wasn't on. See? Yeah, she hit it, and see, she's turning it on, and then she keeps adjusting it until it kicks in. But watch. And we finally get a grin.
Sorry, guys. I just gotta check out. I think my stand is broke.
Yeah, no, it's
my
not.
new stand.
Yeah, see, you can see right here the slimming filter. It's kind of starting to kick in, but she's...
stand. Sorry, my only remaining stand.
You'll see a smile. See, it's kind of starting to...
If I'm very careful, it's gonna slide down any minute. Just wait.
You'll see a big grin come on her face when she realizes that the slimming and smoothing filter are completely kicked in.
Sorry.
And watch. Yeah. Now watch.
Let me just fix myself, because...
Yeah. She's trying to get it to, you know, focus in on her face and slim that down. And oh, see, there it goes. See? The little jowls are disappearing and up there. And
Tuck my chin.
see? The smile kicks in because she's...
Lipstick on.
Yep.
Hey, Scrape!
Yep.
Stacy, Rachel, Orange, Lisa Light. I should get my glasses.
Yeah.
Carolina, Orange.
Is that
Richard,
loud enough?
Lisa P.
She has
Ali, Sandra, Lana, Justine, Tracy. Happy belated B-Day. Thank you, discombobulated.
Salad looks
Super
terrible.
folds. Lisa P. I look different. I have makeup on.
Did everybody see that though?
It's so...
How... Oh, did everybody see that though? How you could see the jowls along here and stuff? You saw her turn it on, and then she sat there and jimmied it around. It'll be interesting to see in the next, all the lives she does from now on, because, you know, she won't, if she got a new stand, she would 1000% be like, oh, look at my new stand I got in this haul. So if we don't hear anything about that, let's see if we see her having to jerry rig her stand continually for the next couple weeks. Or do we see when she goes live, she no longer has to mess with the stand because she's made sure to have that slimming filter on, if that makes sense. So, yeah, did everybody see that though? Let me know. It was pretty obvious.
Folds. ECP, I look different. I have makeup on.
Yeah, exactly, Morticia.
It's so bad when I don't wear makeup that people think I'm very ill.
No.
Or I'm
just
going through some kind of, like...
super morbidly obese.
Super horrible life change.
Yeah. No, Chantal, you are super morbidly obese, like in the death fat category, literally, and you are utilizing, and this is no shade to her, this is just facts, and she's using smoothing filters to get rid of all the texture on her face because your skin reflects your health, and then, you know, she's got the jowls right here, and she's got the jowls right here, and I'll pull it up at some point, but it's starting to look like, so does anybody remember, I saw this on the farm, does anybody remember Gwyneth Paltrow in, what's it called? The one where, Hal? What was it called? Happy Hal. Remember where she was really big? But Jack Black characters was completely in love with her and just loved what he's... Shallow Hal, right? But remember how Gwyneth Paltrow had a fat suit? And her mouth looked like this because they had it pushed like that? That is how Chantal is starting to look without the filters on, is because she has so much weight going on and she has the Scuba Steve on. It's pushing the fat forward. So she looks like her mouth is here, and then like she has a fat suit on. Yeah, exactly, Taco Bell. You know what I'm talking about. But so yeah.
Damn,
So
yeah.
let's watch
Thank
this.
You,
Is the sound okay?
Thank you.
Her face is
My hair's
being
showing.
swallowed by the adipose tissue.
Is that my...
It's like
Ow.
up here.
Oh, shoot.
She
I thought
gets
that was my
swelling down
undercut.
here, but up here, that's
Look, it's the same
adipose
color.
tissue. All along
Oh,
here
okay,
and
hold on.
here, it's all
Thank you
adipose
for
tissue.
letting me know about my...
But yeah, she's got the slimming
hair
filters
or
going.
undercut? Okay, there's the undercut. I had to pull it out. Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay.
Andre Marie, thank you guys. Hello
Oh.
everybody I missed. Thank you, Rima. Ramadan is finished.
Yeah, like it matters to you, you
No.
fake.
Like, very busy. And then
Okay,
this is one of my
here
favorite
we go.
buys. I haven't worn it in a while, so I'm like but so yeah, we had some tea. Hero, hello. Honestly, like we just kind of worked something out because I don't feel like making a big dinner and everything. So
Yeah, her CPAP marks are
hey,
getting
Mike.
more and more.
Tomorrow Salah's gonna take me out for lunch.
Yeah, I don't
So
believe
it is
that.
like today, it's like a 3-day holiday basically here. I ordered an iced coffee and a sweet treat. We had man stuff.
Does anybody
You know,
think
it's a
that a
Jordanian
type
dish.
uncontrolled
Very
type 2
popular
diabetic needs a
in the Middle
sweet
East.
treat?
Hello?
Like, the last time she was sharing her blood sugar, she said that her blood sugar is running on average at a 9 millimoles, right? That's like what? 160 like milligrams per deciliter like we do in the United States. So 160, 170 United States is like 9 millimoles. That's what they do in the rest of the world in Canada. Mind you, Pink Fairy that I just brought up, who is slightly older but has type 2 diabetes, her average, her A1C was 8.9. She just lost a toe. Chantal's is averaging 9 all day long. She's eating pasta. She's eating bread, sweet treats.
Thank you, hero. Did I say hi to everybody? Yeah, Ramadan is officially over for this year. There's a lot of holidays,
Yeah. Nothing happened to Chantal yet, Panda.
Okay,
Chantal is
I'm not even going to be pissed at the Life by Jen reference, but what I am pissed at, and there's no excuse for this, okay? Thanks, One Call Joe. There's no excuse. Chantal, how long have I been on the internet? How long has my real name been doxxed? Or I've said it, whatever. It's Chantal. Yeah, I realize, no, I don't know.
so she wants to pretend that she's French. Her name's Chantal. Okay, well, Chantal. It's pasta. It's hijab, not hijab. Just, if you want a tit for tat.
No woman stuff in the Middle East. Red lipstick rage.
Ariana,
No,
I'm
Terry,
working
sorry.
on another pair of
It's Eid.
my patched
Hey,
jeans.
YouTube lover. Not that it matters. I mean, like, I'm done raging. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember. Here
What's
you
poppin'? Thank you, Stephanie. Chantal. It's not Chantal. My teeth are a bit orange, but whatever. It's natural. It's a natural orange.
are. She has a white filter on too.
Well, if you want to go out, Jinger, go out. We're here to celebrate. Exactly.
I have this at 1 1/4 times too. I can forward it too if
Right?
you guys are bored.
Tracy, like, hey, Belle.
Hey, Mrs.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Morris
drink with a
Reed,
straw.
welcome.
I hope it's a plastic one.
And Sarah
Not
Marie,
everyone
I
likes going
think
out.
it's
Yeah, I'm not going
hi.
out during a friggin' holiday at night. No. I'm just gonna stay in. Thank you. Chantal, Andre Marie, Chantal. How would you spell Chantal? I
Wow.
guess.
She is so boring. She
But
does.
there is a Chantel. You could spell it E-L or E-L-L-E.
Yeah, nobody
Hey,
cares.
Colette. I used to have a best friend. Her name was Chantal. And we used
Best
to get in
friend.
arguments over whose name was better.
So Chantal, who has told us every story about everything, like how many times have we heard, the various stories? So if she had a best friend, do you think we would have heard about this person by now? And just from Chantal's stories, how many best friends has she had? She did just, oh, my best friend here, my best friend there, and she just, whoever she's speaking about at the time is her best friend. Whatever she's eating at the time is her favorite food. Whatever style she's talking about at the time was her favorite style. Does anybody see a pattern here?
So stupid as kids. I was like, mine is better. I don't remember what my reasoning was. Just because, I guess. Chantel is the English spelling.
Oh, so she's a
English,
Francophile.
Chantel is the French way.
Oh, because you're so
Mm,
French, Chantal?
So,
Because so French Canadian. This is do you guys want
can
me
you
to
travel the Middle East?
turn it up to 1.5
Yeah, I gotta get
times?
myself right a little bit before, but yes, Stephanie, I would love to.
She is a pathological
Thanks, Belle.
liar.
Really, Lisa Light?
Yeah, Chantal.
Really,
Chantal.
Teresa? But Teresa is like pretty, you know, common. I don't know.
Teresa's common.
Sarah. Oh,
Wow.
Sarah? Yeah. I guess, eh? What places in the Middle East specifically, Stephanie? Because technically I am in the Middle East. But like, you mean like what country would you like to go to specifically? I would like to go to Syria. And no, I'm not afraid at all.
Okay,
Like
so Chantal wanting to go to Syria, she says no, she's not afraid. Just shows you what a big fat liar she is, and she has zero common sense, because that is not a place you want to be, especially as a middle-aged, super morbidly obese, uncontrolled type 2 diabetic Western woman. Trust and believe. I'm going to turn this up to 1.5 times because this is just stupid, boring. I'm trying to find something that we can have a conversation about, and I say this all the time, it's just verbal diarrhea with Chantal. She doesn't put any thought into what she's saying, and I know I say this all the time, but whatever's going on in chat, she just engages her mouth, and whatever she needs to say to get by at the time, she makes up the stories, and she goes along to get along, but none of it is the truth. None of it's moving to her long-term memory, and that's why when she, about 3 weeks ago, when they were asking about a story she told in an older video, she said, oh, let me think about what I said. I said this at the beginning of this video, is she has to try to remember what she said, because she never tells the truth. And it's easy to contradict yourself. Like this. Everything we're hearing right now, I don't know how many times I have to say it, it's verbal diarrhea. Chantal is a social chameleon, and she is the ultimate at posers. She is the poser of posers.
To Jordan, Bahrain,
Put a 1 in the chat.
Iran, Iraq,
if you think Chantal
Egypt, yeah, Morocco
could point out on a map
it's like
where Bahrain is
Morocco,
on a map.
Algeria.
So she's naming all these, is Arab countries and stuff. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she could even identify like 2 of the 10 on a map right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she could even identify where one of them is confidently. Put a 2 if you think she's just completely full of shit and talking out her ass.
Northern African Arab countries, they're not considered the Middle East, right? They're North Africa.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know is the most honest thing that she said.
Really, Colette? Did you like it? Oh yeah, Lebanon too, yeah.
So Nirvana says she's dumb. It's not even, she is dumb, but Chantal is dumb in the way she said before. She has no interest. She has no hobbies. She's not intellectually curious. Unless it directly affects her, what she wants to do, she's not curious. She's lazy. She's not even gonna put the effort into it. We saw before, don't you remember that video I did not that long ago where she was talking about that Jordanian dish? And I pulled up exactly the first Google search that came up. And word for word, she was just regurgitating what she had read there, or at least what she could remember. She's really just a low-watt light bulb that is the epitome of sloth and gluttony. It just, it boggles the mind. And her family has enabled this, so shame on them.
Really, Bridge? Okay.
And the reason everybody's like, well, if you don't like it, don't watch, and then I'll shut up. Here's where I am with Chantal. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. By about season 6, we knew Game of Thrones was kind of going off the rails, right? But we had invested the time, the 6 years, and so we wanted to see how it ended. Even if the story was really starting to suck, like season 8 of Game of Thrones, I was just mad through the entire thing, right? But I had put in the time, I wanted to know how it ended, so I sat through it. That's kind of where all this old school, I guess you could say, Chantal historians are, is we just want to see how it ends. You know, we keep repeating the same things over and over. Oh, and if anybody's new here, yeah, I have Tourette, so if you see me kind of, welcome to the world. Just be glad you can't hear me humming or ticking. You know, like I said, you can see my verbal tics. You know, I'm working real hard on not verbalizing my tics too, but tonight's the night. But the thing is with Chantal is, I know we keep saying the same thing over and over, but we just want to know how it ends. So we're all going to group together, you know, safety in numbers. We're going to hug each other, you know, and be like, I'm so sorry you're here with me, but we just want to know how it ends. And I will say this, Chantal is ultimately going to lose. Like everybody says, when is she going to get her karma? And yeah, I know karma is something that happens in your next life, blah, blah, blah. I mean, karma is in the Western sense, like, you know, getting her just desserts. Chantal is living her just desserts, because even though she pretends her life is super awesome, nothing I see on here says super awesome. Super morbidly obese, middle-aged woman. She is bald. She can barely walk. Her body is misshapen. She cannot physically even eat enough to fill herself at this point. She has no gallbladder, so, you know, her ability to control her bowels and bladder is very questionable. She has probably infections and yeasty spots in all her rolls. Chantal is living her karma, and it's only going to get worse from here on out. So let her fake it on the internet. I just wish, and everybody says, oh, I hope she loses her channel. Au contraire, mon frère, I disagree. I would not mind if she was demonetized, because I don't believe somebody actively killing, unaliving themselves on purpose on the internet should be making money from that. But I'm fine with herself putting herself out there. And she's even said the only reason she's on the internet is for the money. She said that all the time. If she was demonetized, she would still come on the internet, because at this point she needs the attention, you know, because it's part of her addiction, in my opinion, is she needs that external validation, because she has nobody else. But yeah, this is my Game of Thrones season 8. I want to know how it ends. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Put a 2 if, like, no, Grebo, shut up. You're bitching about something, and if you don't like it, don't watch.
Really, Colette? Did you like it? Oh yeah, Lebanon too, yeah.
And if you say 2, like I should just stop watching, I get it. I'm not going to argue with you, but this is my
Really?
Game
Okay.
of Thrones season 8. I'm watching to the bitter
I'd
end.
still like to see them.
You know, I've been here since
There's
she
a
started
literal
the
war
channel.
going on in Syria. Yeah, I know, it's not safe right now, but
Yeah.
some areas are worse than others.
I use a thimble when doing
Oh, really,
sashiko
Sarah?
chero butter,
And
but
that's
when
what
I'm
I
doing
am?
regular sewing, no.
Yeah, it would be a cool place to go.
Unless I'm really not paying attention, then I wear one so I don't stab
Isn't it was beautiful,
myself.
just extremely
So,
hot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
during sashiko, yeah, I wear a
It is.
thimble, a
I have the
thong,
AC blaring
a
right
palm
now.
thimble, yeah,
All over the
leather.
war-torn countries.
But you know, I have like
I don't know what to tell you. I guess
I
maybe
have
just
good
because
thimbles.
Salah's from there, and you know,
There's-
he has my heart, and so also
Not that anybody cares, but a palm thimble like this when you're doing sashiko, because you're sewing through layers of jeans, is you need that to help push the needle through, even with a sharp needle. It's an entire thing. I'm not very good at it. Okay, I'll stop talking. Sorry.
I'd love to see where he's from, his home. It makes me sad that there's so many people suffering there.
She says she wants to see where he's from, his home. Salad was born in Kuwait. Syria is not his home. Syria is the home country of his parents who emigrated from Syria to Kuwait, but Salad's home country is Kuwait. Even though he's Syrian, he's, you know, it's not his home country. He doesn't have a home there.
But yeah, it's not like I'm going to be able to go.
Yeah,
They wouldn't
Jocelyn's
probably let
mom,
me in
I
there.
was angry.
Thanks, Tracy. YouTube lover. Petra, yeah, in Jordan, huh? I would love to go there. Oman? Yes, I would. Okay, I just have to use the bathroom and I'll get the order and I'll be right back.
So, like, and she's also to the point when she does the lives, she can't even go an entire live without stopping to use the restroom. And I can guarantee you, she's not just weeing. Like, her ability to control her bowels is, and that's the other thing. It's kind of like where, you know, as soon as something goes in, something's coming out because it's stuffed full all the time. So, you want me to forward it, or should we just sit here and bullshit while we see how long it takes her to come back? Oh, thanks, Morticia. I appreciate it. Everybody can talk amongst themselves. But yeah, Chantal, you know, she's just, she's stuffed from stem to stern. And she just has no shame. And yeah, and I brought this up my last line. Chantal's been using words like chips, cheeky, adverts, flat. I think I said crisps. Oh, the bin. She's really trying to sound way more worldly than she is. She's trying to pick up a UK British affect with words she's using, but it's so incredibly cringy when she does it. You can tell that like it doesn't come off as natural. She's thinking about it and she's throwing them in. And it just, you know, and I bring this up all the time. It's like that one kid everybody had in their class in 3rd grade. She went to visit her grandparents in England for 2 weeks and, you know, came back speaking with a British accent. Like, who are you kidding here? Yikes. It's just cringe. I mean, there's cringe and then there's whatever she is. Hey, Misty, I don't know if I said hi. Yeah, this Kuwait arc is just, and I think Salad might still think, like, the fact she's paying off her bankruptcy, and I'm pretty sure she brought it up not that long ago that, oh, if you're going to sponsor somebody, you just can't have any bankruptcies on your record, you know, that, and nothing else matters. Why would a normal human being even know that? I think she's trying to pay off her bankruptcies, but the fact that it's her second bankruptcy, I don't think is going to fare well for her. I think you have to have a certain amount of money in the bank. So I suspect Salad is holding onto her money because I think he is slowly building up a war chest. I think, this is just me, I think he's saving money for her in, you know, so that she can have X amount in the bank and have her bankruptcies paid off when she applies to bring Salad to Canada. I think that this Maroon is still thinking he can get into Canada with her. I think he's, you know, playing the long game here. Will it work? I don't know. Like, Chantal talks a good game. Put a 1 in the chat if you think for a second Chantal wants Salad to get to Canada. Put a 2 in the chat if you think, like, she'll talk about it, but there's no way in hell she's gonna actually let him into Canada. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody put 2, and it seems like I read it on the forums or somewhere, but somebody said something that after your second bankruptcy in Canada, it takes 15 years for that to come off your record. You know, so if you have a bankruptcy, how are you going to sponsor somebody? Even if you have, because, you know, $15,000 in the bank. And number 2, if she's not working on her taxes, she, you know, like maybe Salad's saving money for her in Kuwait, but at some point when he applies to go to Canada with her, she's going to have to transfer that money into a Canadian bank account. How hilarious would it be if the CRA, the Canadian Revenue Authority, swooped in and just took that money and said, that's ours because you owe us back taxes.
Yes. Plastic straws. Mocha.
Yeah, she's afraid he will leave.
Hey, Nina.
Like,
So I was born in Kuwait.
yeah.
Icarus. Sarah, hello, Poop Ninja.
Salah could go back to Syria right
Don't
now
worry,
if he
don't
wanted.
worry.
I don't see him
We're
jumping
gonna
up
be
and
going
down to do
strict.
that.
Too many like sweets and lunches and things. Ooh. Hopefully there's no. I don't think there's any holidays in between. The second Eid al-Adha, is in June, so let's see. No, Dunkin'.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, sweet coffee.
Thank you, Hidden Sapphire. Full menu bees. We have a choco butternut donut. And I
Choco
got two of the same
butternut
one.
donut.
One for me, one for Salah.
One for me, one for Salah. That's a lie. Choco butternut. What'd she say? Choco butternut donut? Hold on. Let me look that up right now. You want me to? I'll keep this playing. And does anybody know what kind of coffee that is? Choco
I couldn't
butternut.
declare.
Hold on.
Bavarian Lotus Cream Eclair. And I'm making shisha.
Oh, and a
Everything bad for the
Bavarian
animal.
cream donut.
All right. Beauty bite. Where's the cream? What's chocolate?
Okay. Okay. A choco butternut Dunkin' Donuts single is 450 calories. She got two of those. She said one's for salad. We know that's a lie. So that's 450 times 2. That's 900. And what was the other one? A Bavarian cream eclair? Bavarian cream eclair. Eclair Dunkin' Donuts calories. Dunkin' Bavarian cream eclair contains, let's see, that's not right. It says it's only 240 calories, but it looks like it's really small. I didn't see the size of the one. So let's just say that's right. I don't think that's right, but so it's 900 plus 240, 1,000. That's 1,140 calories. And how much sugar would that be? Let me see. Just in the eclair. Oh, that's a PDF. I don't want a PDF. Hold on. Let's see. I don't want to download anything. No, cancel. Okay, it's trying to download it. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, but let's just say I'm going to figure that out. According to this little thing, Dunkin' Donuts eclair has 50 grams of carbs. Mind you, she's not supposed to have any more than like 35 to 50 per the entire meal if she's eating, and that's just really iffy. So, sorry, let me get back. I'm not even looking at chat. So, she's at nearly 1,200 calories of just donuts, and I don't know what kind of coffee that is. Does anybody know what kind of coffee that is? So, yeah, Misty, you got it. Not bad. So, and I'm not trying to flex or anything currently because I'm having some serious endocrine problems, and so I've really cut back. I'm eating maybe 1,200 calories a day currently. That's just a little snack for her, and that doesn't include the calories for the coffee, which is sugar laden. Okay, yeah, so Mrs. Moore said she should have 60 a day. She's just surpassed her entire calorie
17 countries and considered
count
as the Middle East. And is Egypt and Morocco
for the
one of those?
entire day. Yeah, laugh it up, fuzzball. And that's just it. Chantal is living her karma right now. Like,
I'll have to rewind the stream.
She doesn't realize what is happening inside of her.
I don't know. What is that?
She just doesn't know, but she's going to find out soon enough. And we all know once her kidneys, her eyes, it's just like once the first domino falls, they're all going to go down. So.
I looked pretty for you.
Like Han Solo said, laugh it up,
Must be
fuzzball.
comfortable.
Yeah, she still thinks she's
It looks like
invincible
fudge, yeah.
because she's been enabled by her family, and she's never been held
That's really good,
accountable. So
This is Biscoff cookie crumble. I like the smell of donuts.
yeah, it's not the
I
smell,
cream cheese.
Chantal. She's gonna eat
Oh, really, Brooke?
2 donuts and an eclair in one sitting,
Wait,
plus a
the
30-ounce
creamy stuff ended early.
coffee.
What a ripoff. Yep.
And this is the problem is she's got a lot of really low watt light bulbs in there, and I think, you know, uneducated people, and so by her showing this is where a lot of my anger comes from, is there are people who think, well, she's doing it, I can do it, and this is just, it's dangerous. The misinformation that she gives is incredibly dangerous. It's not only disingenuous because she knows it's bullshit on some level, but since she hasn't faced consequences, she's like, what's the big deal? And Chantal's always been able to bounce back. She's always been able, you know, to get a surgery, to get this. Oh, my gallbladder's not working, just remove it. Oh, I'm losing my hair, I'll just shave it and get a wig. Like, she's not faced any actual dire, irreversible, dire consequences. So Chantal is completely up here in the fuck around category, as you can all see, barely. She's up here in the fuck around category, and she is over here in the find out, you know? She's over in somewhere in this territory. And the thing is once that first domino falls, like I said, okay, I'll push play, I'll shut up, is that first one's going to go down, and there's going to be no stopping it. There's just not. It doesn't matter how much money Smee sends her. It doesn't matter how quickly they fly her home. It doesn't matter if it's not going to matter. The damage is going to be done.
People celebrate different ways. Like traditionally, they go and spend a ton of money.
Yes,
getting all
exactly,
dressed up and
Misty.
nice, depending, I guess, how rich you are. Buying gold and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Having gatherings, having tea, sweets.
Yes, Ariana.
Dinner.
It's the F around
I
and
guess
find
going out
out
to malls and
chart.
cafes, so it's going to be super busy. So no thanks.
But YouTube
Suck
changed.
of it.
They don't flip the images anymore, so I have to write backwards now for
Yeah, I
it
know,
to
better.
translate. Otherwise, it shows
I
up
didn't
on
even see your
screen
comment for
backwards.
that,
It
Crassness.
didn't
What
used
did
to
you
do
say?
that. It's weird.
Yeah, I dye my hair.
I dye my hair.
They go all out.
We all know she has the friar tuck fringe. Like,
We're
she's
just
got
peasants, so we
hair.
just do small things.
I think her top, the pate on top is
Where's the
probably
cream?
shiny and near bald. She has very little hair left on top, my opinion.
That's getting clipped.
Oh, and
Eid is the end of Ramadan celebration.
did you hear the other day she said something about her Grandpa Joe outfit? Is it FFG or Yaba that calls her Grandpa Joe? But the fact that she is now using terminology that the reaction channels use, you know she's watching it. She calls this, when I lived at the villa, oh, another cycle, oh, this is my Kuwait arc, oh, my Grandpa Joe. She really thinks that like she thinks she's the queen of girl world, but she also thinks she's part of it. Like, she can use the lingo also, like it's all just fun amongst friends. No, Chantal, you're not part of girl world. You're the entertainment. When the entertainment shows up to a birthday party, they're not supposed to sit down and have cake and converse with with everybody at the party. The clown shows up, does his show, doesn't break character, and then he leaves. He's not part of the party. He's the entertainment. And I know it makes me sound like a terrible person, but she is literally the entertainment at this point. She is the cautionary tale. She is not part of girl world in the way she thinks she is. So, she doesn't get to shape the narrative. And she's a huge liar if she says that she doesn't watch reaction channels. I have never tagged Chantal in any of my lives. I'm really tempted to tag her just once to see if, I suspect she still watches my lives. I know she watches my short vlogs when I do parodies, but Sorry, I went off on a
Celebration of
tangent.
feast, basically. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Dance,
Dance.
monkey, dance.
I don't know. I tried the Ramadan donuts. That's why I want to try this one.
Exactly.
I don't know plain cheese. Egypt, Middle East, Morocco, not. That's so strange.
She has
So he
nothing.
was born in Kuwait, but he's Syrian.
Yeah. Thanks,
Like-
Captain Obvious.
I don't know how else to explain that.
Yeah.
And he has family in Syria that he's visited.
Yeah. Who cares? This is
When you're
like.
born in Kuwait, like his blood, his DNA, Syrian. Where you're born in,
His DNA is Syrian. All right. I know everybody probably knows this. I used to teach genetics, university, population genetics, regular genetics, conservation genetics. I could literally go into the most mind-numbingly boring conversation about DNA oxygenase, unzipping DNA, and how it goes from the 3' to 5' while it's building the RNA strand from 5 to 3' to go through the ribosomes to. So, his DNA is not Syrian. All right? If you wanted, in fact, to look at where somebody was actually born, there are isotopes you can get out of people's teeth because their teeth are formed when they're very young, and you can look at these isotopes to tell you where somebody grew up, where they were born and raised, right? And Salads would show Kuwaiti because that's where he was born and raised. But for her to say his DNA is Syrian would be the equivalent of me saying, I don't even know. I couldn't say anything that stupid. So she's talking out her ass. His DNA is not Syrian. What does that even fucking mean? Oh, like the geneticist in me is just, they're stupid. And then there's whatever Chantal is. Lazy, unmotivated, disingenuous buffoon. Okay, sorry.
it doesn't make you what you are. You know?
Doesn't make you what you
I
are.
hope that clears it up.
Yeah, that clears it up. Eat some more sugar.
Am I relieved? No, I'm not relieved. You know?
Oh, thanks, Mon
Yeah, Icarus, right.
LV. I can't see my...
No, Kuwait
Yeah.
doesn't have birthright citizenship like the U.S. Exactly. Thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, he's a Syrian, yes, he's, I guess citizen, but he has a residency here.
Yeah, no. Okay, nope. Not today, Satan.
Exactly.
Not
You'll never
today.
be, unless you're Kuwaiti, you'll never have a citizenship, no matter where you're from. Even me, like, you know.
That's actually
I'm
not
not even
true.
sure. I think even if you marry a Kuwaiti.
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
What plain cheese?
You can get citizenship in Kuwait, but it's,
All humans are from Africa.
That
You were
actually,
born
and
here,
I'm
yeah.
going to say that right there, the out of Africa theory, which is what I was taught when because I had enough credits, I could have got a bachelor degree in biology and a bachelor degree in physical anthropology, but I was not willing to spend the money to get a second bachelor degree because I wanted to go get a PhD. Anyway, the out of Africa theory is actually outdated. Out of Africa is not really the thing anymore, so yeah. But if anybody wants to talk about Richard Klein's seminal book and the Out of Africa, like I said, they've updated it. For anybody into physical anthropology, you know who Richard Klein is. Okay, I'll shut up, sorry.
Nina. Mm-hmm. Canada has birthright citizenship, yeah. Who's that fried chicken? It looks like it, eh? It's good, but not like... I wouldn't buy it again.
No, Candy. I am nowhere good enough to ever have a lecture anywhere.
Thank you, kind heart. You stink.
I do have a chapter in a
Russians
book,
existence are
though.
like 5
Remind
feet
me. I'll see if I can't find a
With
chapter in a
planes.
book.
Really?
Nobody cares, but I have a chapter
Hey,
in a
Lambo.
book.
We had massive. It looked kind of dry. Well, a little. Didn't you say you were going to stop explaining yourself to everyone? Probably. A million times.
Okay. Ennis says, no, you can't actually get citizenship in Kuwait. You have to be born in Kuwait. Okay. So is it the residency I'm thinking of, that you can jump through hoops and become a resident depending on what's going on? But as far as citizenship, either you're born there to Kuwaiti parents or there's no go.
I don't know what this is. Like chocolate. What is it called? Butternut? And then another.
Oh, thanks,
one.
Misty.
I mean, it was okay. Donuts are very mid. No, he's never lived in Syria.
I question, so call me terrible, I question if Salad's ever actually even been to Syria, because his parents were Syrian. Remember, and there was war, and he would still be considered a Syrian citizen, even though he's living in Kuwait. He has a Syrian passport. I would question if he's ever actually even been to Syria, because there would be a chance, back with the way things were going, that he could have been drafted into the military. Yeah? Because isn't it mandatory? Like, that's half the reason McStabby wanted to get out of Egypt, because he'd put off doing his mandatory military stuff. So he kind of lied, got to Canada, I'm a refugee, so he could stay here because he put it off. So I would suspect, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't think Salad's ever visited Syria, because there's a good chance they could have pulled him into the military. Let me know in chat if you think I'm onto something. Yeah, Misty, they claimed refugee status.
Well, yeah. I don't think so much that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
so, maybe he went to Syria when he was still underage. So let me rewind that back. If he went to Syria to visit before he was considered an adult, of course they're not going to draft him. Good point, Ennis. But I highly doubt he's gone anytime soon.
On politically, that's all.
Good point,
not like
guys.
I hate Americans. I know that's how I feel. Hey, Jetri. Hey, Spicy Mayo. It's a biscuit.
Yeah, I agree, Nola. He's a liar.
Mocha.
A scammer hooked up with a scammer.
They're
trying to
changed clothes. Hey, Ellie.
each other.
Larry. Taba. Even
Yes.
Mark. Thank you, Taba. That's so. Whoops. Turn my filter off.
Mon LV. He went as a child.
Thank
so,
you.
Yeah, Anna's pointed
Thank
that
you so
out.
much. I appreciate that. Same to you, Ibn Barak. What do I look like with the filter off? Oh!
So
You can see the bags under my eyes.
this right here,
What do I look like?
where she goes, what do I look like with the filter off? We saw at the beginning where she had the smoothing filter on, but she didn't have the thinning filter on. So what she did here is she's pretending she's turning off the filter. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she actually turned the filter off. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she's just fishing for compliments.
The filter off. Oh!
That's a lie.
You can see the bags under my eyes.
Oh, we can see the fat deposits
We get so
on your
used to how we look
eyelids.
with filters that, you know.
Yeah, she's just stating the obvious
Oh.
here.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
she didn't
Oh.
turn anything
Oh.
off.
Oh. Thanks, Poop Ninja. Why do you guys force me to say these names? You. What do you do? Ooh. Really, Ava? Thank you. Oh yeah, with bypass, yeah, the donuts. Would
Exactly,
probably make you sick.
Shannon. She
You look
is.
I look the same, Tracy?
Yeah, nothing changed. She didn't
Before
turn
9/11. That's
anything
true.
off. We saw at the
9/11
beginning
changed
when she
travel
turned
forever,
that
yeah.
filter on.
So Lana and I were talking about that the other day. We were watching Thanks, Jackie. You guys are sweet. We were watching Home Alone. You know the part where they're in Home Alone 1 when Kevin's mom is in the airport? Excuse me.
Oh,
And she
right
has to
on,
trade
Mon
plane tickets
Elfie.
with this
Team
older woman.
embroidery.
She's like, I'll give you my first class tickets if you give me your ticket to leave like today, whatever. It's like, you can't just trade tickets. Your name has to be on the ticket. You have to be on that, you know? And I'm like, maybe because it was before 9/11, that, you know. At least you can have a couple bites, Spicy Mayo. Hey, Fernanda. Hey, Awe. I gotta get my
Anybody
shish.
else remember when you used to be able to swap tickets
My shish
out?
and quiche.
Those were the good old days.
You. What will you? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, she's got nothing to talk about.
Ooh, ooh. Ah! I kicked something in the dark.
That apartment's filthy.
I have to have shisha with this coffee, okay? I can't waste it. I hate sitting on my abaya.
Did we see her walk? Hold on. Okay, let's see. Man, look at that side profile.
Kicked something in the dark.
Okay, hold on. Half speed. We didn't see anything. That thing is really tight, though. Remember how it used to be
I have
loose?
to have shisha with this coffee, okay? I can't waste it.
So, yeah.
I hate sitting on my
I've got a whole bunch of screenshots, but yeah, she's getting ready to smoke some. Oh, wait. Did we see how tight it is that it won't even. Hold on. Hold on.
So,
Oh, did I? Wait. Oh, I must have missed it. Damn
sounds
it.
busy out there.
I tried to rewind it, but it looks like it's getting real
Coffee, do you
tight
have one?
across her middle. Yeah,
No, he's Syrian.
I agree.
Yeah. I really want to do a health journey.
So that right there, that is a lie. I really want to do a health journey. Those are just words at that point. Like Chantal says, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I say this a billion times. A thought not followed by an action means nothing happens. Words are cheap. What you say means nothing. She's just talking to talk at this point. Yeah, she wants to do a health journey. If it isn't going to cause her to be uncomfortable, if she doesn't have to put any hard work, which means no, she doesn't want to do a health journey. What she wants is a magic pill or something to just get rid of, you know, the diabetes and everything, so she can just eat what she wants, smoke as much shisha, and just, you know, not and put in no effort. Chantal is truly just lost in her own hedonism and gluttony and sloth. And just so her words are empty. They're just words. She doesn't care because she thinks she's bulletproof.
Yeah, kind of like a vape food ninja.
Hey,
My
Barry, good to see you.
It's not 100%, but better than before, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Thinking
saying
that's
she's
so freaking
smaller now.
Right?
So,
Right, coffee?
okay, I'll stop pausing. But the thing is the scale she has can't go more than 180 kilograms, which is like what? Is that 373? I can't. Is it 373 or is it 392? And the point is every time she gets on, her weight is always hovering at that upper limit but she keeps saying she's lost weight. So I think she's found a scale that just simply cannot weigh her at her current size. And so what happens is like, yeah, she's not, losing weight, but she's not gaining weight because, 396 pounds. And I think it hovers, it can't weigh over that. Now, some scales will error out and just say error. They can't do it. But other scales, they'll just hit their limit and just kind of bounce around. And we've seen that over and over again at different things she's got on where it doesn't quite settle or she's holding on. So I think she has got herself a scale that it doesn't error out. It just goes to its upper limit and sticks there because she's been 166 to 168 kilograms for 2 years. That's not how that works, okay? So I don't think for a second that is her actual weight. I honestly think she is over the 400 pounds. And, because we don't get a good view of her face because she's using the Slimming filters and she's got the Scuba Steve on and stuff. But, and what's going on is her apron and everything because she's getting older. Gravity's not just a good idea. It's the law. So everything has started to sink down to her knees and everything has gotten larger. And so, and if you look when she moves her arms up, the tops she buys are polyester, so they're not going to shrink. But the tops she's getting now, as you can see, is they're pulling tight. Well, I've got some pictures on my on here that remind me next time we go live, I'll pull them up. But so she's put on weight everywhere. So I honestly think, and she is only 5'1", so she is tiny, but she is over 400 pounds. In my opinion, I think she's between 420 and 440, my opinion. But I don't think for a second that scale she has can accurately weigh her. And that one she showed the one time when she went to the doctor's office, once again, that was not a medical grade scale. I have a video on it of a short, and it once again could not weigh more than 160 kilograms or something. So yeah, when you keep weighing yourself on something that can't weigh as much as you are and you're holding on to something, yeah. So yeah, Chantal is not 360 pounds.
Smoke. Best thing ever.
Yeah, Barry, I don't know if she's quite 500. I think
That
she'd
was like a
be
cold. It
pretty
was
much
just like
immobile, but I
upset
think
stomach.
she is, because God, she's so short, but
All I did was track calories. Thank you, Sarah.
I
You
don't
too.
know.
Yeah, like something like that. I don't
She needs
really
to
know
go to a
exactly, but
junkyard,
I'm
yeah.
figuring it out.
Yeah, everybody says they think she's closer to 350.
So if my folks are Australian, and I'm born in Canada.
She's probably at the 450
Yeah, but you'd be Australian by blood.
on up
But
category.
by citizenship,
then.
you would be Canadian.
It would be interesting to see her true weight.
I see.
And the Slimming filters, and she always got that on. And we know.
Yeah, you can
You
get
know,
like two.
Here,
You
hold
can have
on.
dual citizenship too if you're Canadian.
Okay, I think this is, I heard that she talks about Canadian citizenship. So hold on. Did everybody see the filter fail the other day where she went like this? And the filter kind of made her face go whoop, pop out like that. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw the filter fail. Let me see if I can find. I think I might have even got a screenshot of it. Hold on. Maybe. Okay, so this is something that I got. So this right here, where she was eating the other day, see this top that she has on? Hold on. I've got Vishnu parked right here. So we all know this, but can you see where she was lifting her arm up here? This is just, when she was eating. But look, see how it's tight. It's not saggy or anything, and this is polyester, so it's not going to shrink, but it's tight in the arm. Yeah. And then, yeah, the filter fail. I don't think I got a photo of it. It's on the farms, though. But, yeah, her face did a kind of a widening. Let me see if I can find. I don't think I got a, and then when she was out hijab shopping the other day, where they put the thing on and see, like, there was her chin, and this wasn't even behind her second chin, but yeah, and that's not a filter fail, that's just her face hanging out when she went hijab shopping. Okay, and I found these on the farm. So I screenshotted these from the farm. So this is back in February 2019, where she started using her polar fleece top to hide her chins, right? So there was that, and she was doing this, and this was after she joked about, this was a solid year and a half after she joked about getting, starting to wear a hijab just to cover her chins, right? So yeah, she was using this to cover her chins. This was in 2019. She was in the 370s. This right here was April 2018. So this was a year prior. She was in the 350 range. So this was 2018, 350s. In this one, where she was using the polar fleece, she was in the 370s for that one, I'm pretty sure. This was January 6, 2020, and she weighed in on camera and was 386. Let me see if you can see that. So she was 386 in this one. And this is, God, 5 years ago. This was September 2018, so that was a couple years prior. She was in the 360s here. Let's see. And let me find, and so then there's this that was just the other day, and she's claiming she's in the 360s. And this wasn't even her entire chin. Like, it just, the math isn't mathin'. If that makes sense. It's just, it's not making sense. Oh, I'm sorry, stop looking at chat. She must be a real, yeah, I'm sure she's looking pretty rough. Yeah, she's looking, and like I said, her pubis mons has gotten much larger and is sagging to her knees. Her apron is starting to sag down. She's really, yeah, everything's starting to sag, and it's gotten a lot bigger. I don't think I have any other big, huge screenshots. I don't think I got, oh, this one right here. I got a screenshot of this one, but look, remember this pregnancy top that she got? If you look, see, it's skin tight. See, across there when she moves. Remember when she got it, it was still a tiny bit flowy and stuff? The arms, and these things are all polyester, is skin tight now. So she's not just put on weight in her face and her stomach and stuff, but the body distributes fat wherever it distributes it, and she happens to get it in her arms, down here, and everything is getting bigger. And since we never actually see her face shape and stuff, so okay, we'll go back to finish watching that. Okay, this is the live.
No, Danny, thank you. I don't live in Kuwait City, I guess would be the capital, but I don't live there. Isn't it lonely? No, not when you like being alone. I have my husband. Why would I be lonely? I have my husband.
That's a
We
lie.
have some, well, it's mostly like his friends, but like, still, we have people in our lives that we don't put on camera ever.
Yeah, her mobility is really in the toilet. Yeah, her organs are just
Yeah, exactly. Like some people like, if I want to
covered
go out, I'll
in
go out.
fat.
I'm free to do whatever I want, basically.
She can say what she wants, but remember when she was trying to prove she could put her legs together, how she had that picture of her sitting in the chair like this, with her arms like this? If you look, you could tell she had slid all the way to the edge of that chair and she was almost leaning back like that because having all of that fat and stuff pushed up like that, that puts weight, pressure on your diaphragm. You can't breathe. That is uncomfortable. And so she was, kind of back like this. Like if you could see her from the side, guaranteed she was leaning back like this, and she had taken everything and put it up on her lap and closed her legs. But I can guarantee you that was a quick photo because she wasn't able to breathe like that. I guaranteed. That's just how it is. You cannot have all that weight pushing up on your diaphragm. And Chantal's most unfortunate. She has mostly visceral fat. She's kind of like, hold on. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but hold on. Hold on. Like me, women in general, we tend to get, you get your butt, you get your legs, and we kind of get that more pear shape. Well, Chantal is most unfortunate because she tends to get a fat distribution that is much more masculine. And when you look at it, so it's all around her midsection and stuff. So if you look at Chantal when she was younger, I mean, literally, she looks like an apple with toothpick legs. All the fat was right here. It was visceral fat, and that's the worst kind of fat that is so unhealthy, and finally now everything started moving down up into her face, her arms, into her legs. But yeah, she's got that visceral fat distribution, and that is just so incredibly unhealthy for as big as she is. Yeah, she's just so it's super unhealthy.
I gotta throw those legs out.
And
We're gonna go.
Chantal at 5'1" could weigh 100 pounds, 100 to 102 pounds, and be in a perfectly acceptable, not underweight. She could weigh between 96 and 100 pounds and be perfectly acceptable weight, not too thin, not underweight. 100 pounds. Now let's just do the math and say she's 350 pounds overweight. Let's say at 450 pounds, that's 350 pounds overweight. So with the mechanics of your knees, with every step you take, because, especially with females, because of, we've got pelvic girdles so we can give birth, and then the angle of our knees, it's very hard. But all humans, the pressure on your knees when you take a step is 1.5 times that of your weight. So if you weigh 100 pounds, your knees are getting 150 pounds of pressure. If you weigh 200 pounds, that means your knees are getting 300 pounds of pressure with every step. Well, Chantal at 450 pounds, that's 450, 550, 650. That is 675 pounds of pressure with every step. I'm sorry, that is over 1/4 of a ton. The human body is not meant to take that much weight, especially the knees. And so at 5'1", so she is destroying, even if she lost all the weight tomorrow, her skeletal structure, if you look how she stands, because she's so big, she has to stand clear back like this. Her back is arched so incredibly because the weight is right here and she's trying to counterbalance it. And then she's got that fat coming in here, but she's got all the weight here, so she can't just put her head forward and look down. So she's kind of in this uncomfortable, have to hold her head back because she carries so much weight here, and everything's drooping down and her back's so incredibly arched, and and you got everything hanging between her legs, and so she can't even put her legs. It's like she kind of is to the point where she's walking like this and dragging her legs because she can't bend her leg anymore because she's got her apron and her pubis mons fat pushing down on it, not to mention the angle is out like this, and that's not a good angle for trying to walk. So Okay, yeah, I'm getting a little graphic. Sorry. Let's finish listening to this. The point is she is living her karma. I think the damage is done, and even if she lost a bunch of weight now, I honestly think that the damage to the kidneys, the eyes, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, the joints, it's just, you know, it is what it is. And it's not like she became overweight like as a teenager in her early 20s. She has been overweight her entire life.
Lunch. Someone wants to take me for lunch. I'm like, okay. Thank you, Denny.
Yeah,
Thanks for answering
Ariana,
that.
she probably hurts. But you know what? I think
I
about
went through that
how
pocket knife, like,
BBJ
that whole thing of
felt.
wanting to go back to my country many times.
I
And
don't
then
have any
that's why I would go back to
sympathy.
Canada so often, you know? But then when I'm there, I get like depressed and feel like that's not my home anymore. Like right now, anyway, you know? It's because like home is, my family is like Salah and my cat. Like it's a small family, but that's like my family. And that's just, like when I'm not with them, I feel really sad.
So what's going on with her eyes? I think there's probably a few things. I think she's dirty. She's always rubbing her eyes with filthy hands and stuff. But I also think you got to remember that, you know, your eyes have tiny little capillaries which are just being destroyed. So, you know, diabetic retinopathy and all that fat. I think she rubs her eyes a lot. I think she has bacteria and filth on her hands, so they probably burn and bug her. She leaves old makeup on, so there's probably maybe a low grade, you know, fungus and old makeup. Your eyes just aren't meant for that. So I think they watered because, you know, she's always got something in them, whether it's old makeup or whatever was on her hand or cat hair. And, you know, she's the diabetes isn't helping either. Your eyes water when there are problems.
And, you know, but I do miss my Canadian family, but nobody yelled shut up.
Yeah, she
If
has
they yelled shut up, it was outside and they were yelling at someone else because
Blue Daisy.
number
She
one,
has
there's
no
no way
cartilage in her knees. Guaranteed.
anyone outside would hear the keyboard. Two, our neighbors would never do that.
Yeah, this is a lie.
Are y'all going?
We saw that response where like somebody was yelling at him. Somebody was beating on the wall or something and yelling at him when you know, her window licker was playing the keyboard and at 3 a.m. So
Our neighbors would never do that.
that's a lie.
So, are y'all going to go to France?
Can you
I don't know, I
imagine
think so.
having them as neighbors?
Yeah, home is where the heart is. Move back. Yeah, I
Somebody
think it's
would
normal
be
to like miss
catching
your
some hands
where you're from, you know?
me.
The neighbors don't care about. I don't even think honestly they hear it.
That's a lie.
The walls are very thick here. It's very quiet.
So she can hear
You
the
know?
baby cry, but they can't hear her, right?
Home is where the juice case is. Yeah, someday we'll visit Canada. Someday. It's not as easy. I have a Canadian passport. I can pretty much go anywhere in the world I want to. And I feel like passport privilege is a thing. Yep. What is the number one passport? What is it, like Singapore or like Italy or something?
Yeah, and as she
Oh,
lies about
France.
everything.
I know, he's never said he wants to go to
Yeah.
France.
Yeah,
It's funny,
Chantal
bro. I could've
doesn't
stayed longer and been
live
happy. It was pretty.
where they live. They don't live among Kuwaitis. They live in basically immigrant housing. And probably a lot of them are like Indian or Filipino. So I can guarantee you somebody's yelling, shut up. You know?
Deleting. Yeah. If you're traveling alone a lot, yeah, I see what you mean. I felt really alone in Thailand. Remember how sad? Like if it wasn't for you guys, you know?
Yeah, exactly,
Singapore.
Stackish.
She's not been to Canada. No. Syrian passport is very limited. Yep, that's just the reality of it. Very.
Talk about something that you know even less about,
One of the worst.
Chantal. Oh wait, there's
I
nothing.
love going abroad. But there's still countries like you can go with a Syrian passport.
Yeah, like Syria.
And it's easier to go places if you have Syrian passport and residency here. Places like Thailand. It is unfair. I agree. The world's too big. Exactly. Yeah.
Worldly Chantal here, giving us her, gracing us with her opinion.
Nothing against those countries, but those seem like cold countries. Do you know what I mean? Where like people wouldn't be as like if you're gonna travel alone to those countries, I could see it being. Have you ever seen the movie Lost in Translation? It's like a thing, you know.
The reason
Yeah, the
Chantal
Soviet countries.
would hate going to Japan is because she's fat and she wouldn't fit anywhere on anything and there would be no accommodations.
They just seem very like I wouldn't want to travel alone there.
Yeah, a polite,
Tokyo is a city.
clean,
Oh, yeah,
things that
Japan,
she's
yeah.
not. How dare she comment on the Japanese culture?
If you're paper colored, you'll have a good time in Germany. You mean like white person? Really? Yeah, I had to stop in Germany, and I have to say, I can't judge the country based on just the airport, but the airport was just, and their airline is just awful.
She hated it because they refused to give her a ride to her gate. They made her walk, and that pissed her off. And I think it was the Frankfurt airport that made her mad beyond reason. So now she's basing an entire country on the fact they made her fat ass walk to her gate.
Awful. Maybe because I'm spoiled with like, I'm telling you, but like the Gulf country hospitality, if you guys come to like Kuwait, Qatar, you're like Dubai, like you're just not going to want to, you're going to feel like spoiled. You're not going to want to ever, especially if you're like a woman. I know it's like, it's what contrary to what people believe, but like, yeah, I would like to tour Europe. Yes, Andre Marie, your son, a happy 16th birthday. Happy 16th birthday to Andre Marie's son.
Why is she
Happy
talking
birthday.
to children?
Sweet 16.
Chantal would not fit in Europe. Literally.
Oh. I'd like to go to Winnipeg someday. You're pale after? Oh, okay. I lived in Italy and have a place there. It can be racist, but it's amazing. Really? Everywhere can be racist, though, I think, eh?
Kind of like you, Chantal?
Munich. Where did I go? Oh, at the Frankfurt airport.
Yeah.
They were just not nice.
I told you, Frankfurt Airport, they made
Anytime
her
I asked for
walk.
anything or, like, asked them questions or on the plane they were crabby and I got food poisoning.
No, you didn't.
I don't know.
You
I
ate
didn't like
too
it.
much.
But I've never been in the country to explore, so I can't say anything about that. Italy looks like fun. Have you ever seen Under the Tuscan Sun? I'm from Ontario, Canada, but would be interested in the Middle East. Yeah, it's really, you have to come here to experience it, you know?
Because Chantal spends so much time out and about exploring the Middle East,
If you come to
right?
places like if you go to Egypt, and I'm not being derogatory, okay? It's like there's a lot of culture, history, beautiful country, but you're probably, don't travel there as a woman by yourself. You're going to be harassed.
So,
There are a lot of people who,
how would Chantal know about Egypt, except for her experience with McStabby and maybe what she's seen online? Like, literally, how does she have the nerve to sit here?
like beggars and there's like scammers. There's like nice people obviously too, but you're not going to get that if you come to like a Gulf country. You're not going to get anyone harassing you. Like they're just so much safer.
Yeah,
If you
because
want
it's
to travel
illegal. You'll
alone,
go
if you
to
want to travel
jail
and
and
not
be
be harassed
killed.
by like people always trying to sell you something, always approaching you with something like, hey, do you want to ride this camel, blah blah blah. You don't get that here, like at all. Like that's what I like, you know. Hey Dan, thank you. You have to go in a group. Yeah, I would say. yeah. Nina, right? Bridge. I've never been to Egypt. Salah has. He has some friends there too. But we want to go, but I don't think the summer is the best time. It's going to be too hot. But they're poor and desperate for money. Yeah, that's true.
I don't
That
think
not
Chantal
too-
has the
right there's
money
the
to
difference.
go
Like, these are rich
anywhere,
countries.
really.
But even a
anymore.
lot of the expats are not wealthy, but they don't bug you, you know? Maybe because it's like, I don't know if it's against the law. But you're right. Like, if we go to Egypt, we're not going to be like, oh, get away from me, scammer. Like, we're going to go there knowing it's also very cheap. We're going to have a certain amount of money to give to people and help people out. I think a lot of them, not all of them are scammers. I think a lot of them are just trying to make like a buck, you know? Thank you, Martha. Yeah, this is a MAC lipstick. I love it. What is it? Pink, or is no excuse for being a scammer, Robert. Yeah, true. Burning Love, Powder Kiss. It's like soft. I don't know. I like it. It's the culture to beg in Egypt. Yeah, that's true. But not everyone can take that.
Yeah.
So if you don't,
Venice.
Yeah, Kit Kat in Venice Beach, really.
She
if you're not,
smack
because it can
talking
ruin
Egypt
kind of
because
your
of
vacation a bit.
McStabby.
So if you're not looking for that, if you want to travel to experience the Middle East, I would come to like a Gulf country, you know.
Yeah.
Where is my juice case?
Egypt is not part of the Middle East.
With
It's part of
Tiffany.
North Africa.
People still use CDs, but that can't be. Antarctica, I would yep. I would go anywhere cold.
Yep, I agree,
I love
Blue
Egypt. I have friends there.
Daisy.
Really?
She
Las Vegas and New
she
York, the
has
scammers
been
Really?
People have said things
Wow.
to her in Kuwait also.
France has scammers. Oh, yeah. So I don't know. I just I don't like that.
So
It stresses you out.
don't we remember she talked about what a hellscape Canada was? All the drunks vomiting and sleeping on the streets and all the drugs and people harassing. So let me get this straight. Canada's a hellscape. Egypt is full of scammers. But the Middle East is the place to be. Okay.
For a while, you know. I guess you can avoid the tourist places. Like I think it's probably mostly in tourist places. But any vlogs I've watched of people in Egypt, they just say they always have the same opinion that it's just really bad for people bugging you there. Where would you definitely not go?
I have this
North
patch
Korea.
done.
That's for darn sure. The juice is not loose.
Baby.
She's been hanging out with her dad a lot. She chooses a parent and she sticks with them for a while and then switches. I had Mensef. Some tea and dates and a couple of little sweets.
She had a plate of Mansif, guaranteed.
Besides
Like the
North Korea? I don't
entire
know.
platter. Didn't she get like half a kilo last time? She probably got a kilo of Mansif and ate
I
it
really
all.
don't. They wouldn't let me in? Okay, good. No one can. I heard they opened the borders again. No? I have 3 cats. They're all mom's kids.
Oh, thank you, Shannon.
They like your mom.
Yeah, Foodles is a scammer herself. Like, she was looking to, she was low-key scamming and she hooked up. I do think that the married guy she slept with and stuff, I think the uncle or whatever that had the nephew, I really think that was the guy in Canada that hooked her up with Salad, and I think she paid money, and I think they set up this business arrangement. I think Chantal was fatter than Salad expected, but I think this is, but I don't think they're actually legally married because there's no way for her to actually legally marry him because he's got a Syrian passport and even though he's a resident, he's in Kuwait, but I think that's his ultimate goal. So they're both kind of scamming each other. So I have a question. There is about, well, it'll probably take us about 10 more minutes. Do we want to watch the rest of this and then we'll call it a night? 10 more minutes? Yeah, Foodie is a predator. I said this earlier. BB, Pete's, and now Salah, because, you know, you heard Alice say that, you know, they kind of looked out for Salah. I think Salah's he's lazy, but I think he's kind of a low watt light bulb. So she has a certain kind of guy she wants to go for. Somebody that she can, you know, run circles around and manipulate. McStabby was not that guy. He was a scumbag con artist, but she met her match as far as that. Like, he wasn't going to put up with her shit and stuff, but that's the guy she wants back. So, but yeah, she has a type. And the type is people she can take advantage of, you know, or somebody that doesn't have a good comprehension of the English language, you know, like she'll get in under that. But if they have any sort of wits about them, she doesn't want anything to do with that. She wants to be in charge is what I think's going on. So.
The mocha from Dunkin', I'm sorry. It's the best. It's not too sweet.
Yeah.
It's chocolatey and it's always cold. Anywhere with big bugs. I don't know if I would go to Cuba again.
Thank you, Morticia.
No.
McStabby and Dee Dee got married.
The Eiffel Tower.
That's
The harassment was
awesome.
horrible.
I
Really?
mean-
Like sexual harassment?
I hope it upsets her.
You're afraid to go to India. Honestly, me too a little bit. Just because it's so
Exactly.
crowded. And it's like the streets are
McStabby
hectic. Yeah, I can
outplayed
see that.
Chantal.
You love Cuba? I don't know if I'd want to go on a resort again, you know?
She never left
And the
the
town
resort.
is just, it depresses me that people live like that.
Yeah, you know, shut up,
Full
Chantal.
beggars and pickpocketers.
Shut up.
It's very hard to get in there, yeah.
She's got no
Yeah,
room
Penny.
to talk. She lives a spoiled, pampered life. She sponges off the Canadian government. She does no work. She's done no work. She's accomplished nothing in her life. And just the absolute buffoonery of this lazy, gluttonous, hedonistic, misinformed, uneducated asshole. It just, oh my God. Like I said, this is my Game of Thrones season 8. I'm just watching to see how it ends, even though I hate it. Sucking on the shisha.
See, they did open it recently, but not for
She's
this
already
anymore.
had the equivalent of like
Valley
3
Belly.
packs of smokes.
Yeah,
right
Valley
now.
looks really beautiful, but like the laws, like they'll shoot you, man, if you have like drugs on you. Like, I don't know. Go to the Philippines? Really? They're closing Cuba? No, pocket knife, I'm not going on a visa run. Apparently, I've already gone, so.
Yeah, you did, Chantal.
Oh, did anyone say where I've been on my visa run? I don't know.
Yeah, you went
Have you been to
somewhere
India? No.
close on a,
Don't bring
border
drugs.
hop.
I know, but you know what I mean?
So-
Like, I don't know. Is there any other laws that they just kill you for? I don't know. I don't know.
My lips are chapped.
Stealing. Lying.
She has nothing to talk about. Like,
Smuggled edibles back from Thailand.
she just, okay, THC is now illegal in Thailand, dumbass. But, yeah, all she does is just kind of like, just whatever the chat says, she just, oh, yeah, it's like, she has nothing to talk about. My God.
Where? When? Like recently?
Yeah. And her chat's as stupid as she is.
Do you think I would risk being allowed back in the country? I don't think so. Frick. That's always a rough transition, going from a pro-candy country to a non-one during your 3-day MIA.
Let's see.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I did look burnt, but no.
Ariana, I'm
If I'm
just
really tired,
here
that's what
for
happens.
like, I just hope when karma hits, it's on a
I
line.
think you're a mastermind while also demeaning you. Mm-hmm.
Call me terrible, but
Broke Down Palace. Yeah, that's a good movie, ECP. Really? You've been to Syria, Rima?
how great would that be, Blue Daisy, if Chantal they kicked in the door and threw her in a van and
Flower. How do you think?
flew her
Like,
home.
I was doing a freaking wheelchair a day, and then I came to a dry country, you know? I gotta use the washroom. Why do I have a bladder? I know.
Oh, she has to use the bathroom. Okay, I've got it on 1.5. So let's see how long this takes. It was 2:06:10. And it'd be 1.5. So yeah, let's see. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she's going to tinkle. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she's got to go drop some kids off at the pool because she ate 3 donuts and a bunch of coffee. Yeah, I'm with you, Ennis. Yep, Morticia, we're all just here. Like I said, this is my Game of Thrones season 8. I'm here. I've been here from the beginning. I can remember she would heart every comment because she had so few comments. It was before, I was watching her far before she ever got, that first mukbang that blew up. I just remember thinking like, I wonder if this chick's gonna catch on.
You.
Oh,
What do you do, baby?
she probably just weed because that was a little, well, I don't know, gravity.
Come see mom. Come see mom. Come see
So
the people.
that was
The use case.
a minute on here. So she was gone for
Hi, Juice Case.
90 seconds
Juice
to
Case.
2 minutes.
Are you a baby? What
Yeah,
are you?
series finale is what we're waiting
We
for.
What? Hey, baby. Oh, you love mom? You have a stinky bum. Juice Newton. You made a mess with your crunchies again. Yes, you did. He's here. One night in Bangkok.
I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Juice in her cheesy bum. Are we gross? Hey, Zeke. Thank you. You too. What trip? My bladder. Hey, Justine. Yeah, Ramadan's over.
She said that 3 times now.
I played the 5th Kit Kat. Sometimes we have people here too that smoke.
That's a lie.
I feel like everyone smokes here.
I think it does seem like, you know, sometimes it seems
I know
like
it's not
we're
good, but-
she's stuck like in the car and everybody's like, why doesn't she go in the house? I think occasionally maybe Salad does have people over, but she's not allowed there or something. You know what I mean? It just something's up. Sometimes it seems like she can't go home.
Cheese and cigarette smoke, yeah.
Yeah,
If he smokes, it's in
oranges,
his man cave.
porches. This is just.
No.
I'm ready for this to be over. I'm ready for
No, he does it in there. That's what the outside is for? Just call me Angel in the morning, Angel.
No.
The spare room. There's a sofa in there. Sofa, coffee table, gaming desk. No, Zeke, we didn't. Yeah, I know. I don't know, Jackie. Especially like some reactors, such as FFG, they also smoke in the house. So the man cave wall's yellow. Not yet.
Well, I know, Your Honor. I've been arrested for murder, but this person over here murdered 3 people. Just because somebody else does something doesn't make you doing it slightly less better. 2 things can be true at once. So, okay, I can't take this anymore. Let me see if I can find the filter fail, and then we'll call it a night, because I can't. I can't. This is, ugh. Yeah, this is my season 8, but I just, what is this? It's Cutie is Busted Again by Hectic Llama. I love, do we want to watch Hectic Llamas? They've got a link for it on the farms. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to watch this Hectic Llama video. Hectic Llama tends to be pretty funny. So let me know if you guys want to watch this real quick so we can end on a happy note. Put it 2 if like you're like, no. But if we watch it on here, everybody has to promise to then go and give Hectic Llama the view. Okay? Because I don't want to be stealing views from people. All right. Hold on. Okay. We'll watch this. Okay. So, but everybody has to promise to go watch Hectic Llama. So let's... Okay, let me turn the light off and... Oh no, oops. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Hectic Llama's pretty funny. Okay.
That's hectic.
It's a bit hectic here.
Look at the llama, Cutie. Yeah.
Football balls clap. Football balls clap. All night long. Clap, clap, clap.
Let me know if the volume's okay. 1 if the volume's okay.
Football balls clap.
Good night, Barry. Go, Barry.
All night long. Clap, 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 clap.
Sorry it's so bright.
But they're like, they sent me a screenshot of a reaction channel. I don't know who, but
She's looking rough.
pointing out a travel bag on my floor. All right. So this is the parent travel bag. Look, I have 3 bags. Okay. I have this one, and one day I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to go out with to feed the cats and all
That's
these
a lie.
things. So I ended up taking this one, I believe. Sometimes this one, but this one, no, I don't like it. It's actually Salah's.
Oh shit, sorry. Have we ever seen Chantal carry a backpack? God, she's so full of shit. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. All right, hold on. Let me get back to her lie. Okay.
Thanks, Kay. I have this one, and one day I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to go out with to feed the cats and all these things. So I ended up taking this one, I believe. Sometimes this one. But this one, no, I don't like it. It's actually Salah's. So,
She's never brought a backpack.
these people.
Let's check the footage. Okay. ER trip for
Super
cat.
excited. Arabic food here,
Yeah.
Kuwaiti food.
To pour hot sauce all
Yeah,
over this
her pink
dish.
purse every time.
McDonald's in the Middle East in Kuwait City, right next to
Yeah.
the towers.
Breakfast. There's that big Calvin Klein from her mom. That pink one.
Yeah,
The Calvin
router.
Klein.
Thanks, Grange. We are gathered here today to lay to rest mediocre fast food from the Golden Arch. May it forever rest in peace.
No backpacks in sight. Until she's going somewhere on a plane.
This is my travel bag.
Yep, travel bag.
I have my ear pods and battery pack in here, my passport in here, and everything else, my wallet, charger, snacks, everything in here. It's a cross bag. It's actually solid, but he's lending it to me because it's bigger than my purse.
Goodbye, babe. Hi, baby. Here we are. Hi, baby.
A backpack.
I didn't have to get 2 seats, but this was eye-opening
Nope,
for me, and I
backpack.
decided I'm not going to travel anymore without buying 2 seats.
Nope, backpack. Oh, backpack.
I am flying economy, regular economy, as per usual, for this flight.
Take care, honey. I love you. Goodbye.
Oh, okay, I think that's. Oh,
That's hectic.
sorry. Okay. Oh my god, sorry guys. Alright, I am knocking shit over left and right. Let me turn the lights on and we're gonna sign off because we've been on for like, oh my god, forever. Forever! Nope, hold on. My lights are giving me grief. Okay, so, alright, so what have we learned? Chantal's a lying buffoon. She's disingenuous. Karma is coming for her. She has uncontrolled diabetes and lies about everything. Her and Salad are not married. And, yeah. I think, hold on. Yeah, I'm like half asleep. So, yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up, yeah? So, yeah, everybody go watch Hectic Llama, please. So, thank you everybody for being here while I patched and listening to it. I'm sorry this was so live. I didn't have a ton of receipts or screenshots or a ton of notes like I normally have from her videos because I'm not watching her things. I can't even like do a parody interview video like I do because she's just so, it's just SSDD, you know, just fucking the dogs and selling the puppies on a daily basis. Nothing new to see here. It's boring. So, yeah, I'm going to say goodbye to, hey, Jade girl, good to see you. So, Shannon, thank you for being here. Candy, thank you. Jade girl, Ariana, Oranges Poranges, Granny Noodle, Nirvana, thank you. Blue Daisy, thank you. Frosty, thank you. I'm still looking to make sure I say goodbye to everyone. Morticia, if you're still here. Indy, thank you for being here. Let's see. Yeah. Mr. Grebo's alive. All right. Mon LV. I can't. Yeah, it looks like Mon. Or is that UV? I'm going to take a screenshot and zoom in because it's. Hey, Ennis, thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Let's see. It's Monty JV. All right. Thank you for being here. I said Ennis. Yeah, I think I said goodbye to everybody. So, yeah, Monty. All right. Thank you. Sorry for the goof ups. So, I'll try to go, next time I go live, I will try to have better notes and stuff. But I'm sure everybody understands that it's just nothing changes if nothing changes, and it's just the same shit, different day with her. You know, she accepts no responsibility, verbal diarrhea, she doesn't know what she's talking about, she lies just to lie, social chameleon, just, yeah. Season 8 of Game of Thrones. We're just all here for Bran the Broken to be made king for no good reason, right? So, who needs notes? Right? Exactly. All right, Anola. Oh, yeah, Anola, thanks for being here. I said goodbye to Morticia. So, okay, guys, I will see everybody soon, okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for anybody that gave a super chat. The kitties will get treats, and I will use it to do crafts. And yeah, this is what I accomplished tonight, was a jean patch over torn sashiko, because Mr. Grebo is a heathen and has no appreciation for my artwork. So okay, guys, everybody say goodbye to everybody, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.